No more bad government in Nigeria. Nigeria Watch, the only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Nigeria Watch, yo. No more bad government. Nigeria Watch. No more bad government. Nigeria Watch. No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad for the poor. No more bad government. Nigeria Watch. No more bad government. Nigeria Watch media. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Nigeria Watch. No more bad government. Nigeria Watch, yo. The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Nigeria Watch media. Voice for the voiceless. Nigeria Watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Nigeria Watch, yo. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing, and we recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the number one. Nigeria Watch, yo.
Came to Katsina yesterday, not only to work with the Katsina State government to carry out last-minute checks for preparation of this event, but they had to come without food. Because yesterday at 8 p.m. there was a very important meeting of the coalition we are putting together to ensure that President Tinubu goes back to Lagos, though we still keep the 20%. Alright, we'll still keep the minister because he's doing good work, okay, but I'll come to that. So I had to attend that meeting at 8 p.m. and the Katsina airport does not operate after 8 p.m. so I couldn't come until this morning. We are booked to travel on Rano Air to arrive here about 9:30. Rano just cancelled. I think he must have been advised by the sitting government to cancel the flight.
Malam El-Rufai confirming part of the Bloomberg report that the coalition members held a meeting by 8 p.m. But other parts of the report can be taken as speculation, like the fact that they have chosen ADC as the party platform to combat APC in 2027. Also, they reported that the former Vice President Northwest of the APC, who resigned many months ago, has been chosen as the head in the Northwest. He debunked that. He also debunked the fact that the coalition members have chosen ADC. So everyone is just speculating. People want to know what is going on in the coalition. Nigerians are interested. Also, the APC are interested to know how they will fight back. The coalition members are all politically mature heavyweights. They understand what they are up against. They will never reveal any political platform they will use in 2027 this early to avoid infiltration, because APC people thrive on propaganda. They will use anything within their power to destabilize opposition parties. They know they can't stand any chance in any free and fair election. So their way is just to prevent the opposition members from having a platform in the first place. Yes, if you don't have a platform to challenge them, to even contest the election against them, then they have won even before the election starts. So these are the issues. However, the coalition members must understand that time is running out. They need enough time so that Nigerians can fully understand the party platform. However they are going to contest, Nigerians need to somehow acclimatize to these new parties or whatever platform they choose so that people wouldn't make mistakes on election day. Like when Peter Obi came to Labour Party, he had about 9 months to market Labour Party to Nigerians. They understood the logo, they had advert jingles that they used to make people understand that logo so that on election day, they wouldn't end up voting for the wrong party. So all these, they must put into consideration. Voter education is very, very important. This is why using an existing party or a party like PDP or any other party that have been existing for a very long time, that people know their emblems, their logos, everything, it will be very easy to avoid voting for another party. After you finish campaigning and people want to support you on election day, they make the mistake because they cannot find your party logo. They need to avoid all these. Also, in any case that they plan to decamp to one political party, Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, El-Rufai, and everyone involved in the coalition, they all want to join one political platform to campaign and contest election under this political party. They must do that early. But if they plan to stay in their respective parties and just adopt one leader, all the other members in other parties will not field presidential candidates. They will just support this particular person, irrespective of the party he belongs to. They will support him on election day. Then that's also acceptable. Now to what's trending in Nigeria. Nigerians are trending rig and die. This should be the mentality. Yes, you do not run away from a thief who have informed you that he's coming to your house to rob you, that you must keep something for him. How long are you going to continue running in your own house? Yes, at a point you must stand your ground and fight back or put up an effort even if you can't match the person's weapon. Nigerians understand that the people in power today, a majority of them didn't win election, but they are ruling over the others. And it's not as if there are many, maybe about 5,000 or at worst 10,000 of them that are holding elected positions. So why can't the rest 200 million people stand their ground and wrestle power from these people? Yes. So instead of Nigerians dwelling on the fact that, we can't do anything to these people, they control everything, they control INEC, police, army, everything, we are completely powerless. No, you are not powerless. Stand your ground in your polling unit. Yes, whatever you can use to defend yourself, once you know that you are not breaking any law. If Nigerians do this in just about 50 or 60% of polling units in Nigeria, Nigerians would have won. Yes. This should be the mentality. When it comes to religion, because you know that Nigerians are always very religious. When it comes to religion, they try to believe that many things are possible. They believe in miracles. They believe in the unthinkable. Something that you know that might not be physically possible, religious people believe in it. But when it comes to politics, they tell you that they are facing reality.
office of the Commander-in-Chief, Federal Republic of Nigeria, has now reactivated the office of the Blackmailer-in-Chief, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Honorable Omoyele Sowore, well done. The corn in your mouth, chew and you swallow them because it's embarrassing. I have never seen where a footballer that wants to score goals, who wants to win laurels and awards, who wants to win cups, will not bother more about how to tackle other players that are likely going to score goals more than him, than scoring his own goals. Imagine Cristiano Ronaldo bothered so much in a match against Lionel Messi's side to tackle Lionel Messi or bothering about Lionel Messi of scoring his own goals. What has Omole Sowore not done? Unfortunately, the biggest, some of us have not even made the official statement about the coalition because we are still weighing the side. And like I said, 2027 we will not be emotional. No, we will not be emotional. There will be a tactical side of it. Thank God some of us have got political understanding of some of these things. So we are watching, we are following, and then we are monitoring. And we are doing strong conversations. I tell you, today alone, I spent a couple of hours sleeping. But as I woke up till now, I have been on the phone with 2 different persons doing tactical conversations. But we will not be emotional at 2027. We will be tactical. Because what these guys want us to do is to slide into emotionality and lose. Anything to remove Tinubu, I stand. Anything to remove Tinubu from power, I stand. So whatever it is to sack this lawless criminal gang from power, I will stand for it. Don't deceive yourself. I told somebody, as joking as it is, waking up Sani Abacha to oust Tinubu from office, I may support it. Waking up Sani Abacha. When we have removed that person, because first we need to humble Tinubu and his gang, because this was what the PDP was also doing prior to 2015. We are going to rule this country for 600 years, for 60 years. Oh, Nigeria is PDP, oldest party, largest party, until they were sacked. Now, the APC has now taken up that office and even more, trying to even look into our eyes, insensitively mock us and tell us there's nothing to do. We are talking about, this is 2 years, not up to 2 years in government, you are campaigning for 2027, and the other person is saying that we are discussing is going to take over 2031. You don't say that. I said it too. It's madness of madness. And so now, because they have seen all of these tides, and it's looking like, so they have reactivated Omoyele Sowore. Suddenly, you have left governance. You have left the purpose of activism everywhere in the world. You have left the purpose of citizens' rights. Office of the Citizen of the Federal Republic. Your border is about Peter Obi, and then you are even going ahead. You made the other day to some reporters reporting that Peter Obi went to beg. I could read from Peter Obi, pain now. I'm not even a shareholder in any of the banks I work. All of these are supposed to be public knowledge. But of course, Sowore knows that Nigerians are not so good with being inquisitive and not reading. He said he went to beg for 225. With how Peter B is to Tinubu, you think all of those information. So guess what? If Reno Mokri cannot be reposting Sowore, what else do you want to hear? If APC, strong APC people cannot be reposting Sowore, have you ever seen Reno attack Sowore? Have you ever seen Sowore attack Reno? Have you not known? I was telling somebody just, in case you people forget, in 2017, Muhammadu Buhari, president of Nigeria then, arrested Omoyele Sowore for treasonable felony, took him to court. The court gave him Abuja arrest after several weeks of detention, took his passport, and stopped him from traveling out of Abuja. Within weeks of Tinubu's ascension of office as president, one of the first few things he did was to allow the guy went to see his family. Of course, he should see his family. Nobody deserved to suffer for anything. But is this not obvious that this guy is in chronic alliance? Just when somebody and I were talking today, one of the reasons why Shetima has a problem with Bola Tinubu's government is because the sole reason he's in this government was because of the effort, the role he played in the effort to destabilize Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's government. That's the sole reason why Kazim Shetima is in this government. No bloc, it wasn't the Northern bloc, it wasn't the APC bloc, no bloc sponsored his candidacy or his ambition. It was Bola Tinubu that had picked him because of what he used him to do prior to 2015. Now, this was the same game that Omoyele Sowore is. So the reason why Bola Tinubu turns a blind eye against Sowore's revolutionary cause. Let me, Mr. Common Sense, start to call for revolution, and I do it in 2-3 videos. The DSS will look for me everywhere in this world. But Sowore has consistently been calling. Do you know what it means? Somebody was picked in Benin, an activist, Kola Adokbayi. Why? Because he was supporting, he was
planning a protest in support of the revolutionary leader in Burkina Faso. DSS picked him. But there's a Nigerian saying we should have a revolution and sack this government. Sharing caps to his followers. But yeah, he's been left. What do you not know? What don't you want to hear? And then there are some of these riffraffs that cannot even give the principal 20,000. Somebody that had like 3,000 votes in 2019 now have 40,000 plus. They are the ones on comment section jumping to say, oh, your leader is a thief. We agree. If you are really an activist, your goal is to sack this government. It has never been this bad though. Forget about economic. Because as an activist, you may not be so bothered, but you are looking at freedom of speech. Which government has trampled on citizens' rights? Which government have bullied, harassed, intimidated, oppressed voices? Which government has given opposition voices? When Buhari was president, Reno Mokri codenamed himself the tormentor, Buhari's tormentor. He lived ever. He was enjoying. He was traveling around the world, creating frantic protests against Buhari. Yet nobody was after his life. Look at how Nigerians are running to who because they criticize. They have not even tormented Buhari, Tinubu, and then you are there. Your border now is about a supposed coalition that is supposed to remove him. You have put on your arsenals. All your heads are not turning. So they will not face you. They are going to leave government for a while. Tinubu should enjoy. We'll face you. We will face you and face you squarely. There are videos, there are clips, there are information about you. We thought that we wanted to fight in Nigeria. We may have different strategy. For me, I used to think, Sowore may just be a different tactics. It may just have a different tactics to the solution of the problem. So it may not really, but it's obvious that you work for Tinubu. This corn, you will vomit it. Sowore, you will vomit it. Get ready for us. We are coming.
Talking about your fellow opposition and spare less time talking about the man that is currently destroying Nigeria today. What role are you playing? What do you tend to achieve? What is the benefit of you spending all your time? Any platform you give Sowore a mic and a camera today, the first thing that comes in his mouth is Peter Obi.
Good afternoon, my Labour Party faithfuls. I, Kalisi Suju Okafor, the one-time National Vice Chairman Southeast of Labour Party, one-time Deputy National Chairman of Labour Party, one-time Acting National Chairman of Labour Party, and as of today, Fractional National Chairman of Labour Party. I and my team, we have carefully looked at what is happening in Nigeria, in Labour Party as a party. Look at all the troubles, crises that have been going on since 7 years. And we look at it and we say to ourselves, how long will this continue? And in the last 1 week, the National Working Committee, the National Executive Council meeting of my faction, my own faction, we met severally and we took a decision. And we said to ourselves, this is the time. And I hereby today to announce to Nigerians and all the Labour Party faithfuls who are under my own faction, I hereby announce to you today, based on the decision of the National Executive Council, that we pull out today as a team, as a group from Labour Party, the over 5 million Nigerians who are under my control as a fractional national chairman of Labour Party, we hereby today pull out from Labour Party to Team Wazobia Nigeria. Team Wazobia Nigeria. Team Wazobia Nigeria is a non-partisan organization. Is a movement. I will talk about it later. This crisis has come to a point where it's no longer healthy in Labour Party. We put so many things on the table. We looked at where are we going to? Who are we going to meet? But the good news is We look at Labour Party where we have just left from now. We look at the candidate, His Excellency Peter Obi. You are aware I was in court December 2021. He entered around May in 2022. And when he came, what did he do? He supported Abure, who has become his arch enemy today. He supported him in everything he do. You are aware, somebody like the National Treasurer, Mrs. Olushi Opara, said many times about embezzlement in Labour Party. He never said anything. I assure you, when Peter Obi entered Labour Party, if Peter Obi had called me, Kalisus, come here as my brother, or call every other person, say, come, let's sit down. I assure you, Labour Party would have gone into that election in one mind, with one mind. But he couldn't do that. He ran an election. Of course, all of us know the story today. But now, after the election, people like us expected that as a man, media portrays Mr. Right, a man, media says he's the best, a man who is Mr. Right. As they say, charity begins at home. My question is, a man who cannot put his heart in order, the Labour Party is just a small party, it's just one political party among all others. I guess we're about 18 or 19 political parties that is in existence today. But only one political party, Labour Party, he could not keep us together. He could not bring us together. He could not sit us down. As that man who press and social media has made it look like he is our Messiah. He is the one who will give us what we need. You see, this is not time for sentiment. This is time for reality. This is time for Nigeria to move forward. This is time for Nigerians to bring on board or support a man who is ready to take Nigeria to the next level. So you can see, if he can't govern Labour Party, for me, he can't govern Nigeria. And that is why I have to leave Labour Party. We also put on the table PDP. PDP is I don't know whether I would say their crisis is worse than that of Labour Party. You can see their governors decamping every day into APC. You can see the National Assembly members every day on the floor of National Assembly. 1, 2, 3, 4 senators or House of Assembly, National Assembly members will be decamping. You see them decamping into APC. What it means that the APC is the happening party as of today. We brought APC on the table and we said to ourselves, three presidential candidates, or those people we believe that they are the ones. As of today, we know. We don't know other ones that will be coming up tomorrow, but as of today, we talk about His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, His Excellency Peter Obi. We're talking about His Excellency the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, in person of Ahmed Tinubu. We look at their CV. We look at their history. If His Excellency, Mr. President, is only person that will contest, in as much as up to today, he has not declared his intention for 2027. But let's assume, as a sitting president, that he's going to contest 2027. Now, look at his history. From AC to ACN, from ACN, then the merge with CPC become APC. This is one man that has never jumped from one political party to another. Look, this is the same man who beat his chest and said, "It's my turn." You don't beat your chest when you don't have anything to show for it. You don't beat your chest and say, it's my turn to lead Nigerians. You must have put structures. What are these structures? Polling unit, local government, ward, local government, states. A man who has made people. Look at how many governors has he made, how many ministers, how many House of Rep members, how many senators. And you see, The rest is story. 2023 general election was the evidence of that word he said and beat his chest and said, it's my turn. And his turn. When considering what he's doing, what he has done in Nigeria, I, Kalisi Sokafo, and my 5 million Nigerians who are behind me, we want to tell Mr. President, carry go. We will align ourselves. I and my followers will align ourselves to the moving trend. We will align ourselves for people who work, people who are working for Nigerians, people who has turned the narrative of Abuja. Come on, look at Abuja today. When you look at Abuja, I have lived in Western world for many years, and I see that Abuja, as of today, look like a city of Hamburg, city of Paris. Come on, we must be that people. When people do good, you applaud them. When they do bad, give them, criticize them for them to take corrections. For me, I'm not only a critic. I am a man that when people do good, I applaud them. I applaud Mr. President. I applaud His Excellency, the Minister of FCT, Nelson Wike. I applaud you. You are doing very well. Keep it up. In Igbo land, when we say Jidekiji, means Liji Homa. Jidekiji Wike. Mr. President, I, Kalisi Sujumo Kafo, and my team, we say Jidekiji, Makine Mofuma. Ndi banks ni name ofuma. I'm a boy came ni name ofuma. In name ofuma in a such a way that, look at, immediately you came in, you remove subsidy. Today, yes, people are not saying it because people want it now. Rebuilding a nation is not easy. It's not a one-day thing. It's not something you start today and achieve it today. The dividends of what Mr. President have done today, we are going to see it in the next 2-3 years. His economic team is doing very well. His team, his Federal Executive Council, they are doing very well. Look at infrastructure. What is happening? Come on, look at the Lagos Calabar Road. Look at so many others. I will give pressmen. I will give you the achievements of Mr. President. We are talking about a man who keep his political party together. Yes, since tongue and teeth will fight, husband and wife fight, there will always be a fight in a political party. But the question is, how do you handle it? Who is the head? Who is the moderator? Who is the coordinator? Who gives instructions and people listen? And this man has hold Labour APC in the last many years now, and you can see that there are issues, but you can't hear it out there. Now, I want to tell Nigerians, I, Kalisi Sujokafo, hereby accept the position of National Coordinator of Team Wazobia Nigeria. And having accepted that Team Wazobia, I'm here to thank the members of Team Wazobia, especially the founder of Team Wazobia, in person of Chief Ikenga Okebu. I greet you, sir. I want to also let you know, if you recall, Chief Ikenga Okebu was my candidate, Labour Party governorship candidate in Imo State in the last election. And he is now the founder of Team Wazobia. Team Wazobia, I assure you, Team Wazobia is not like every other movement like TAN that is no longer in existence, or the Obedient of today. Obedient today is a movement in social media and in newspapers. But Wazobia, Team Wazobia Nigeria is a team, is a movement that is in polling units, in wards, local government, states, and in Nigeria. And I assure you, this man has determined to use.
Look, why are you laughing? Look, this is Senate. Don't be joking with us. Okay.
No boxing glove.
No, he was my former friend, you know. Well,
what you are doing is visible. It's not something hidden. So there is no need bothering to say that you are doing well. Everybody that knows where Abuja was 2 years ago and now know that we have done well. But my problem is every time, even yesterday, my friend told me that Wike is doing fine. I said, no, it is the Senate that is doing fine because without approving his budget, he cannot do anything. Now you have said it, and we'll continue to support you in that regard. But my main observation, as I said, and it's serious, what distinguished Senator Ningi said, is about security. And I'm suggesting that instead of the police coming out at 4 o'clock to be causing go-slow, you should introduce picketing. They do that in Cairo. What I mean by picketing is that from 6 o'clock or 9 or 10 o'clock in the evening, you deposit or post police at every 200 meters. In every street, there will be after 200 meters, there should be one police sitting down there or standing there till in the morning. That way, the presence of the police alone secures the night, and they can leave in the morning. That is very, very important. Secondly, about the issue of health. Even today, a patient was taken to Asokoro Hospital. They don't have that is what I don't know. You are not Minister of Federal Government, you are Minister of FCT. It's in the FCT. So no, it doesn't matter. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All of them are under you. So if it is oh, what of the Asokoro Hospital, is it under you or somebody else? Eh? Asokoro, I can see even your budget here. Asokoro District Hospital, please take note.
District Hospital.
Yes, they don't have, as it is now, they don't have MRI, they don't have CT scan. And I think this is something, I'm sure it's not, you are not aware. If you are aware, you would have done something about it, and you need to do something about it. Lastly, FCT, are you with me? It's about the indigents or the displaced persons roaming in Abuja. It is not enough as Nigerians driving them, arresting them. What you need to do is to do what the Kano state government did as far back as in the 70s. That is picking the indigents, if you know, and you have a camp where you can feed and train them so that they will be off the street. If you have something like that already, that's fine. But it's very important because before somebody comes to the street to beg, it means he has nothing to eat. So if you can have a camp that will provide them such facilities, train them and then take them off the street through that transitional method, it's better. It doesn't matter, but they are all Nigerians.
My brother Senator, I need to be talking about indigenous. Knowledge what happened in this is federal capital territory. It's not like a state per state. It's not like a state per state is good. It's federal capital territory. The way Kano, the way Rivers, the way Sokoto, the way Ondo will not be the same way that will happen in the FCM. Those you are talking about, they are not indigenous. They are not indigenous. People come from everywhere to just talk about the whole of FCT. And you are saying that because we should that people, if they have work, it's not correct. There are those who believe that they will continue to beg. That is the truth of the matter. And we'll tell ourselves the simple truth. As a city like this, with the federal capital territory, where you have all the international bodies where they reside, it will be difficult for you to follow that kind of pattern. And we don't want for us to say, let's keep them social areas and then train them for this job and that. The FCT cannot handle that. We cannot handle that and let the truth be told.
As regards to health, MRI, in fact, as I yesterday, we had the FCT review committee, which will approve that you go and buy CT scan and this thing, because the budget of 2024 will be ending in June. June ending. So yesterday, they were approved that there must be immediate procurement of the MRI and the CT scan. So that has been taken care of. Now, you talk about security. Also, understand that this is where the president resides, where every corporate headquarters is here. The IG is here. The National Security Advisor is here. The Chief of Army Staff, the Chief of Defense Staff is here. We don't have that autonomy as per autonomy to take the entire security architecture of FCT to where the president is here. And so for you to take some of these security steps, you must work in synergy with the National Security Advisor. You cannot on your own. Mind you, don't have an assembly to make law. It's a national assembly.
This is the assembly now.
No, what I'm trying to say is that it is not as easy as we are saying. If you go to House of Rep, if you go to the Senate, unlike where you have your own state assembly, where you can sit with them from time to time and say, look, we have this problem. So you don't put out like other states that you want to do this and it will be that way. Now, the CCTV you are talking about was never done by FCT. We have not heard in it about the police something. Now we have sat down with the National Security Advisor, with the GGSSS, with the IG. Look, as where it is today, what do we do as per the total security of FCT? You cannot put CCTV on our own where the president stays, where the president works. It's not possible. And that requires the collaboration of the national budget and the statutory budget. And you know, we must tell ourselves the politics is too much. It's not easy. It's not easy. You know, even the security agencies, you know. Not to talk about just FCT. Somebody said even for me. Who told you that? Who told you that things are not difficult for me? But the point is, like I agree with you. And that's why at this level, when at that level they come, you can say, listen, the Senate said, look, why can't we have a CCTV in FCT? Why can't we? If on myself alone, it won't work. The politics is too much that somebody will sabotage it.
Inspected a confiscated estate comprising of 753 housing units previously owned by former CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele. Now, the estate in Abuja was recovered by the EFCC and handed over to the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development following a directive from President Bola Tinubu during the inspection on Wednesday. Dangiwa said the ministry would begin technical assessments, including integrity tests on the buildings. He added that once cleared, the housing units will be completed and made available for purchase by Nigerians through the already active Renewed Hope Housing portal. Now, the ministry's Director of Press and Public Relations, Badamasi Haiba, released a statement yesterday and said that the government of the day is very serious about fighting corruption, and he described this as a landmark recovery, as one of the most significant in the nation's history within a short span of time. 753 housing units. That's a lot.
And that's a landmark recovery. And kudos to this government as regards that. That's a landmark recovery, because when that case, was on, and I think most of the part of that case is still on, Anyway, there's been a rebuttal also too. They're saying that the houses were linked to Emefiele, that is not really the case and all of that. And the government is insisting and said, okay, it's houses recovered from Emefiele. But whatever it is, corruption has no place in our country and it should be totally condemned. But it also needs to go across board. If this government is saying that they are fighting corruption, we need to get a report of what has transpired during the Betta Edu's case. We need to get a report of what transpired during, what is it called? I've talked about the Betta Edu's case. We need to also get a report of what transpired, other corruption cases and allegations that have transpired since the time of this government. Mm-hmm. We need to get a holy. I know the Minister of Health has talked about the fact that Minister of Education has talked about the fact that there's no corruption in health fund and all of that. We also need to get a proper investigation into all that has transpired. We also need to look holistically into what has transpired with the NNPC. How this government spent over billions, Warrior and Port Harcourt refinery, and we need to get receipts so that it's holistic across board. The fight against corruption, we also need to get to the end of the Yaya Bello case. Also, we also need to look at what has transpired, this Naira flunking, whatever and everything, and don't decimate the Naira and everything and all of that. There are some people that we have seen videos of them spraying Naira. Till today, the EFCC said they will call up Tom Polo. We are still waiting for that. This fight against corruption must not be selective. It must be seen to be spread across board. All the recovery must be based. About over a year after now, we've not seen the full investigative report. If Betta Edu is free, what really transpired? We need to be able to get accountability. That strategy is not only one-sided fight against corruption. That's just my point. But this is a good one, and good one, this government.
Very quickly, there's a bill that has passed second reading in Senate which seeks to take away some of the powers of the EFCC and ICPC in asset recovery and create a centralized asset recovery firm. Question mark, because we ask ourselves, do we need so many different agencies to be involved in, investigating, prosecuting recovery of assets? I think it's a conversation to be had, because what people ask now that, okay, fine, the units have been handed over. What will happen to them now? That's what we want to do. We want to follow the money to the very end, not that EFCC says they have handed over to the federal government. What happens next? We want to follow this story to its logical conclusion until these assets are auctioned or, whatever they do with them. We just want to make sure that we are kept in the loop until the final conclusion, and not that we hear that, people who are close to, those in power have now miraculously acquired these properties or have found some, benevolent use for them. So I think that's my prime focus.
All right, then, Dr.
Okay, the EFCC under the Enabling Act, the extant law, has powers to seize assets, has powers to push for forfeiture of assets, has powers to dispose of assets that have been forfeited. And so in this particular matter, the EFCC has acted within the authority of the law. Now, this particular case, when it first came up, the EFCC pushed for an interim order of forfeiture, which was granted December 2, 2024. Then he pushed for a final order of forfeiture, final forfeiture order. That was granted on December 24, 2024. Now, at that time, there were speculations about the ownership of the 753 buildings or estate, whatever it is called, units. Now, when it was April 2025, Mr. Godwin Emefiele approached the Federal Capital Territory High Court to ask for an extension of time for him to appeal in the case because he was an interested party in the matter. That's what happened in the court of Justice Onwegbuzie. And Justice Onwegbuzie ruled that the matter had become functus officio. In other words, the matter had been settled, the matter had been determined. So, having been functus officio, it was on the basis of that the EFCC now has proceeded to dispose of the assets on behalf of the federal government. So I've given a quick rundown of what the law says. Emefiele at the time said he wasn't aware of the matter in court, but the judge said, look, this matter was in all the prominent papers. If you were the owner, if you were in an interested party, you acted out of time also. Anyway, Now they are handing over the 753 units to the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. That ceremony was concluded yesterday. The Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development says it will carry out technical evaluation. It will evaluate other things that need to be done. It will complete the assets. It will sell the assets under the Restored Hope agenda, and that the public will be renewed hope agenda, and the public will be free to come and purchase these assets. Well, the whole idea of forfeiture of assets is that persons who have been found guilty of committing a crime and all of that, are not allowed to enjoy the proceeds of the crime. However, the big question that we can insist upon is transparency and accountability. Because this Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, that they say they will sell the assets, they have to be fair.
Yes.
The process has to be transparent.
Yes.
In fact, maybe certain categories of government officials should not be allowed to bid for those properties.
Yes.
In fact, the people who are going to dispose of the assets, they must not be beneficiaries.
Yes.
Their relatives must not be beneficiaries. Let it not be that, you say you are clearing proceeds of crime, and then some other people will engage in criminal enterprise and capture the same assets, because this is Nigeria. That's what we can call for.
All right, then let's move on to our next story very quickly. As citizens continue to raise concerns about the conditions of streets across Lagos State, enforcement agencies are stepping up action. Officials of the Lagos Waste Management Authority and the Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps have arrested a man by the name Ogunbadejo Olawale for dumping waste by the roadside in the Alakpere area. The arrest was announced by the Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, in a post on his X handle on Wednesday. Wahab said the suspect was caught red-handed dumping refuse illegally in public. Now, I think we had a story, I think it was on Tuesday, where we were talking about the states. We were talking about the fact that Lagos is smelling, people, of course, dumping refuse. Yeah. And there's so much that can be done. But, of course, Tokunbo Wahab very, very eagerly shared this arrest to show that, okay, the citizens also have a hand in it, and we're doing what we can to make sure that the consequences actually, match the actions. Your thoughts?
Yes, it's good he shared the arrest. We totally condemn. I think there's even the Lagos State Environmental Laws of 2017, and there are penalties already meted at. In fact, one section, I think section 27, was talking about hazardous waste and everything. Mm-hmm. You can't be jailed and kept in prison. I'm happy Tokunbo Wahab is doing it. But please, Tokunbo Wahab, my very good friend and brother, go to Aja Under Bridge and clear the place. It's smelly. Go to all those drainage areas and clear them. They are smelly.
It's still there.
All these things are still there. Go to the markets. Go to other areas that are inundated with dirt that is a filth, that is smelly. Another thing I've always wanted to tell you, see, it's an eyesore on Lagos. That when you're coming to Lagos, the first thing you see is a dump site, Olusoso, that big dump site. Mm. We should find a way to be able to evacuate and do a lot to be able to clean up areas like that. When we say Lagos is smelly, because a lot of people have also pictured along tribal lines that it's a waste of time. Some funny people are saying, leave Lagos, it's a waste of time. See, everybody is here to add to the talent and development of Lagos. It is all of our Lagos.
Yes.
When we say it's smelling, it's not always an indictment on government alone. It's a call to action for all of us to fix it. That's just it. Also, people roaming around. There's also an increased number of people sleeping on the streets now and things like that. These are things you should be able to work on. Most gutters are in a deplorable state. I keep saying this. Wodimaya, I'm not necessarily we should do this. Wodimaya did a challenge of how clean Kigali was. And he sat in a gutter at some point. But go and check. Most of the drainage gutters are so dirty in Lagos, and they bring out the dirt and they put them on the road, on the side of the road.
And then the rain falls
so clean the gutters, clean the streets, clean everywhere. I was in Abidjan. Mm-hmm. I need to write because of that. I was in Abidjan. From 10 p.m., if you stay around Plateau in Abidjan, you start to hear the street sweepers start to sweep from 10 p.m. once the road is clear. We need to be able to clean Lagos that way. Get to work. Kudos on this, but get to work. Let's partner on how we can clean Lagos. Lagos is smelly.
All right. right, then. Let's take our next story very quickly. The Nigerian Correctional Service has announced a 5 million naira cash reward for anyone providing credible information leading to the recapture of inmates who escaped from the Medium Custodial Center in Ilesha, Osun State. The announcement was made in a statement signed by Umar Abubakar, the Deputy Controller of Corrections and Public Relations Officer.
Okay, I will have to stop that video right there so we can start talking. I appreciate every one of you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. Thank you very much for your time with us today. Mother of all Mommy Diaspora, good evening to you, Mommy. Thank you very much for all that you do. We appreciate you always. Thank you very much, Abu Azi. I appreciate you for all that you do. And Peggy Modi, thank you very much. Many of you write them, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, Black Panther, can see you, Mike Akinbari. In fact, we have lots of comments already on the comment section. Unfortunately, I can't mention all this, but I want you all to know that I appreciate everyone right there. Thanks for your presence with us today. God bless you all. We're just going to move on right now. I already got one super chat already from Peter Ife. Peter Ife, thank you very much for that super chat. I'm very, very grateful. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you very much, my people. I have an article to take. Mother Deborah, just hold on. Let me take this article so that we can tally everything together. You know, Peter Obi, as you all know, that Peter Obi and Sowore are back and front with each other since yesterday evening stroke this afternoon. A lot of Nigerians, obedient, concerned Nigerians rather, have reacted to this basbos. For the first time, Peter will be reacting and all that. You know, Sowore, a lot of people will be asking Sowore, why are you continuously attacking Peter Obi? It's a question that everybody is asking and there's no answer yet. As you can see right there, Peter Obi and Sowore attack each other in a verbal combat. You know, two candidates in the last presidential election, Peter Obi and Sowore, have thrown jabs at each other, calling each other derogatory names. Yeah, Peter Obi talk, not be small. You know, I would like to quickly read Peter Obi, because Sowore accusing Peter Obi that he went all the way to the Pope burial or whatever to go see, just to go have a conversation or one or two things with Tinubu there. You know that particular picture that you can see on the screen that I showcased earlier on? That picture I've been circulating for the past couple of days since Peter Obi returned back. But let me see if I can take one or two articles here to quickly, because everywhere is on fire because of this right now. I can see a lot. Twitter is on fire, Instagram, the same thing. Even on TikTok, a lot of people talking, lambasted on Sowore, with left and right and all that. So, but I'd like to quickly take this. None of the two politicians mentioned each other's names in their post on X on Thursday, but a review of their post and their history behind indicated who they were referring to. Mr. Obi threw the first salvo when he described Omoyele Sowore, publisher of Sahara Reporter, as a blackmailer and self-proclaimed blackmailer in chief, in response to a story published by Sahara Reporter. The platform have claimed that Mr. Peter Obi's recent meeting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Rome was to allow the opposition leader to plead with the president on behalf of Fidelity Bank, a bank Mr. Obi once led. Premium Times reported that Mr. Obi and President Tinubu met coincidentally at a Vatican event for Pope Leo. In a post on X, Mr. Obi denied seeking a meeting with Mr. Tinubu to discuss Fidelity Bank. The former Anambra State governor said the only time he encountered the president was in a brief moment during the inauguration mass of Pope Leo at St. Peter's Basilica. Then, don't quote Peter Obi, they talk so. One such individual who entire life revolves around blackmail falsely claimed that I went to Rome to have a private meeting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu regarding a purported 225 billion naira debt crisis involving Fidelity Bank. These claims are not only baseless, malicious, but entirely false, Mr. Obi wrote. Mr. Obi continued, let me categorically state that I have never sought an audience with none met President Tinubu since he assumed office, except about 1 minute meeting at the arena of St. Peter's Basilica, Rome, during the inauguration of Mass of Pope Leo, where I was seated behind and had to respectfully greet him and other dignitaries present, he added. In his response about 2 hours later, Mr. Omoyele Sowore described Mr. Obi as a money launderer in chief, in reference to an exclusive Premium Time story that showed that Mr. Obi violated Nigerian laws in his business dealings as the owner of Nest. The revelation was part of the Pandora Papers, a global collaboration between investigative newsrooms and journalists that Premium Times was part of. Mr. Obi was one of the few Nigerians indicted in the Pandora Papers reporting. Unquote, I heard the money launderer in chief at Pandora Papers and packaged fraud has fabricated another story this morning about the reason his elder brother bounced him during his ill-fated visit to Rome. Mr. Sowore wrote. Mr. Obi was candidate of the Labour Party, blah, 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 blah. I'll just leave it right there. So the Basbos continues to this afternoon, and a lot of Nigerians, concerned Nigerians, most especially obedient, Omoyele Sowore supporters, Peter Obi supporters, a lot of them have reacted. In fact, a lot of them are currently fighting themselves on social media as we speak. But I still have 1 or 2 short videos that I would like to quickly play here so that we'll take it from here. Let's listen to this.
Already predict, say, something like the Sowore movement and the Take It Back movement we clash with the obedience of Peter Obi. You know why? If they follow politics, go no say, as far as Peter Obi, they see the contest for presidency, Sowore no go be winning that presidential election. You understand? Because no matter what, bro, currently now, Sowore they get more followers, more supporters at for last year. But the truth is that if Peter Obi they come as a president, Sowore they come as a president, Sowore no fit in that place. And say maybe so the cause one kind bad call happen about Peter Obi, then Sowore will get strong leg for the presidency. So I think that is why the battle is coming up. According to my own analyst, political analyst, you know that I'm a political dynamite, you understand? So this crash normally I don't expect assist. You get it? Because these people are they need the south vote and the southeast. I sure what I know if you collect southeast vote. Where people busy the contest, you know if you work. So this one are more leg for Tinubu to win the election, maybe this. Because these people they don't want to come together talk. They made us say the country could do better. Now I won't be president. I won't be president. Now me won't be president. They're put to this point every year so.
All right. There's a lot of reactions. If I have to showcase all of them, we might be here for the whole day. So I'm just going to leave it right there. In fact, there's a lot of screenshot of comments that my producer sent to me, but I cannot showcase any of them now because a lot of them are here. But because of time, we're already over 1 hour. To be honest, at this particular
time,
yes, sir. What was that?
Today you go patient very well.
How?
Today's topic now fire.
And we're here now. We are here. That's why we are here to discuss it together. You know, what I wanted to say is this, guys. In this particular moment, I'm beginning to suspect my friend Omoyele Sowore that is working or is a paid master to do what he's doing today. Because, let me take this call. Mother Deborah, thanks for calling him and talk to us. Good evening to you.
Hello, good evening,
thank you,
Mr. Elvis.
Go ahead, talk to
good
us.
Good evening
to
you. Everyone, all our viewers and commenters all over the world. You are welcome to this broadcast. So let me start first by saying something about Sowore. you know, you cannot pretend for a long time. No matter how you pretend, gradually people are going to see you for who you truly are. To be honest with you, right from day one, I started seeing Sowore. There's something about him that does not sit right with me. I don't see that genuity in him. He strikes me like someone that I don't know. I don't know which word to use, but you can clearly see that now a lot of people are seeing him for who he truly is. All he goes about is how to attack Peter Obi, blackmail, making comments, a statement without really bringing out evidence. And again, why is he always going after Peter Obi? We have worse people who are doing worse things in Nigeria. Peter Obi is the only one politician that is actually trying to see how things will work well. But then, is this same person that this Sowore attacks all the time? And just like the other guy said, it's so obvious that he's doing everything to sabotage Peter Obi and give room for Tinubu to come back again. And there's not anybody who will tell me that that's Sowore. I think he's an agent. It's just somebody that is put in there for a reason. He knows he's not going anywhere. Like the other guy was trying to say that, oh, Sowore is trying to beat Peter Obi. Even if Peter Obi is not going to contest as president, there's no way Sowore can even win anything. He knows that he's not going anywhere. I think he's just there as a distractor, or let me even call him a spoiler. I think it's high time people begin to call him out. Even if I'm his supporter, see what he's doing, I will call him out. Because there's no need for him pretending that he wants a good Nigeria and at the same time working against the person who is trying to see Nigeria work. You can't have it both ways. If you say you are fighting for a better Nigeria, then why are you still destroying people who want to see Nigeria work? It cannot be both ways. It's either you are for or you are against. So the way he's acting, I think people who know him should just call him out. There's no need to pretend. It's obvious what he's doing now. Anybody who is still thinking that Sowore guy is working to see Nigeria work, I think the person should question his or her judgment. Because it's becoming so obvious that
Thank you.
What he's working for is either for his own selfish reason or he's being used to cause problem. That's the thing. And secondly, let me just say something about Wike. Honestly, Mr. Elvis, listening to Wike it gives me a headache. I don't know how people stand when he talks. It's so hard to stand and listen to him. I don't know, but the way he talks is very difficult to listen to everything that he's saying. So that is that. And I hope much more people will call out Sowore for who he is. I think it's right time they unmask him and people see him for truly who he is. He's just a spoiler. That's what I'm going to say.
Thank you.
He's just there to spoil things. I don't genuinely believe that he wants a better Nigeria. That's my own opinion. Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you, ma. God bless you. I appreciate you, ma. Thank you. Yes, ma. Okay, let me take another call quickly. Thank you very much, Mr. Raf. Talk to us. Good evening to you.
Hello, Mr. Elvis.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Talk to us.
Yeah, thank you so much for your good job and your family for the sacrifice you guys are making to see that our country works.
Thank you.
Yeah. You see, one good thing, I may sound sarcastic, but that's the truth. That's one good thing Tinubu president has brought to Nigeria is unmasking people like Sowore, people like Daniel Bwala, people like Late Okube, people like Professor Wole Soyinka, people like Adeboye, and many of them, of course, we know better than that. So that's one good thing, because if people like Tinubu is not in power. We will think, trust me, before now, I took this Sowore as a messiah. But since after this election, since I've been attacking Obi, and he's not ready to negotiate, he's not ready to form a coalition, he's not even ready to say, okay, Obi, come, let's work together. Let him project himself as the presidential candidate. He said, no, he don't want, he must be him and only him. This is unfortunate. Like the last speaker, Madam Deborah said, it's high time we call him out. And again, someone like you, who is, I know you are very close to him, you might know him. If you can talk to him, that will go a long way. Again, I don't know Elvis if you know this. If you don't know this, I will look for it and send it to you. There is an interview granted by David Nkunde, I think last week or so. He made mention that the foreign power are the one funding Sowore. They started doing now. That's what he did during Jonathan. That he put a lot of lies because they saw that Jonathan was going in the right direction, especially economically. The foreign power funded him and he joined to bring Jonathan down. Now, there is a light Nigerians are asking whether to stop tomorrow that Obi must come and fix Nigeria. The same foreign power is funding Sowore to make sure that he blackmail Obi. This Pandora paper he mentioned in that his article, whatever, Obi have addressed this thing. I know Sowore is a dedicated person. You know how Pandora paper works. You know what happened. Obi win as a governor. He leaves his company. He leaves it, tie it to a foreign manager, a permanent foreign manager to manage. That's what happened there. Obi don't have those accounts. Obi don't have access to this.
Okay.
So when you you know when you say lies, plain lies all the time, continuously, it looks like truth. So, but if you don't have that the interview with David, I will look for it and send it to you.
Okay, sir.
If you have it,
Send it to me. Send it to me if you can.
okay,
Thank you, sir.
I'll look for it. It was conducted by Precious Amy.
Okay.
The lady that does those podcasts.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
Thank you, sir.
I'll send it to you. Just last week. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Raf. Thank you, sir. Okay, let me take the last call, I guess. I don't know. Madam Ola, you were calling in. I'm returning your call quickly. Guys, just help us to press on the like, help us to share. Okay, Madam Ola, are you there with us? Okay, thank you, ma. Good evening to you. Yeah, we can hear you. Talk to us.
Yes, long time. I've been so busy. I greet everybody on the call.
Thank you, ma.
On the comment, Bros Panel, Mami, Diaspora. God bless you, Elvis. Just a quick comment, my own analysis on Sowore and Obi, his constant attack on Obi. I'm beginning to think that Tinubu is using something on people, or maybe he's pleading and begging and crying, because I don't understand Sowore. Definitely everybody has seen that he's a tribal bigot. And my own analysis is he's finally calling attention to himself by constantly attacking Obi. And I won't be surprised in future if he takes anything from Tinubu and says that he's trying to help the nation. That's just what I'm saying, because it's so obvious that he's angry. It's not only the fact that Peter Obi called attention away from it. He will never have won anyway, because everybody can see his behavior. To me, it's immature in this state about politics. But this constant attack on Obi, there is more to it. He's definitely a tribal background, and then there is more to it. He's probably calling attention to himself so that if Tinubu offers him something in future, he will give an excuse and say, I'm trying to help the nation or whatever. Because I don't understand. I do not understand him. It is so clear that coming together with the opposition, if you truly love your country, is the thing to do. Why pick out Obi? There are several other things that you have commented on. Nothing, just Obi every time. He's so angry. The hate, you can see it all over him. I mean, if everybody leaves it, that's fine, because that's what it has. What is this thing? What is this thing about Peter Obi? that they cannot let go. I agree with you, Elvis, that is Ali already working for Tinubu? Or he's trying to call Tinubu's attention to himself? Thank you. God bless you for all.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I've been busy all this time.
That's fine.
I'm still busy. I just had to call in.
Thank you,
to
ma.
this one.
God bless you. Thank you very much, ma. Thank you. Okay, I think we need to move on now because I have article to take so that I can go straight to. Okay, Mr. Ken, you were calling in. Okay, let me quickly return your call as well. If I'm returning call, I want people to pick within just 2 seconds because your phone should be in your hand. Okay, Mr. Ken, you are not picking. Okay, you were lucky. Talk to us, sir. Good evening to you.
Hello, Mr. David. Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir. Talk to us. Good evening to you.
Yeah, I see the Sowore talk towards our able Peter Obi. I don't really know what's the Sowore problem, but for me, I believe ignoring him would be the best thing because he has been so arrogant. Because the way they put it in sometimes, they put it in a more constructive way. Issue at hand in Nigeria that Nigerians are facing, he will not face it. Rather, he will turn his way to Peter Obi and see he has something to do with Peter Obi. As he the Sowore has ever checked the whole governor, ex-governor that has served in Nigeria, that left, 90% of them have issues with fraud or whatever. Has he ever seen anything linked to Peter Obi with say this man gets pain? That's the reason why we always support this man. Come rain, come sun. That's why we get we get bad INEC, we get bad judiciary, we get bad government for Nigeria. The only role model to young people in Nigeria that are aspiring to lead is Peter Obi. Sowore should go and learn from him and drop his own ego. I don't know what that guy thinks saying this. He should calm down and learn from Peter Obi. That's my contribution.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, callers, I'm done for now. I'd like to quickly divert a little bit on this article that I have here concerning Senator Natasha's situation versus Senate President Godswill Akpabio. So let me quickly just take this, then I give update on Nnamdi Kanu as well. As you all can see, right, Akpoto Duagan charged with criminal defamation over assassination plot claim against Akpabio Bello. Yeah, Kogi Central Senator Natasha Akpoti Uduagan has been charged over an allegation that Senate President Godswill Akpabio and former Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello conspired to assassinate her. So now this woman, you're going to judge, they go face. They can't forget sexual harassment in Nigeria. God. Anyway, let me quickly take update on Nnamdi Kanu. Today another trial happened. Court adjourned the trial of Nnamdi Kanu to 28th and 29th of May, which is next week, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, next week. Then the final will be on the 6th, 16th, and 18th, 19th of June 2025 for the final judgment. So by this time, 19th of June, we'll know Nnamdi Kanu fate. Either it will be released or, I don't know, maybe federal government, they go eat him. Use pepper soup to eat him, drink
they go press another charge. Niger Watch, forget them.
So yes, 19th. So I would just like to quickly take just this headline here. Then we move on and start talking. As you can see right there, court admits defense video as evidence in Nnamdi Kanu's trial today. The Federal High Court in Abuja on Thursday admitted in evidence video of General Theophilus Danjuma, Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State, and Director General of Department of State Services, DSS, Adiola Ayayi, in Nnamdi Kanu's defense. So my main concern is just the next date, which is on the 28th and 29th of this month, while the final will be 19th of June. So let's keep that in our diary. My people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Thank you very much for your time with us today. That's all I have for you guys today. I'm going to sit back and listen to what my wonderful panelists have to say. Black Panther, you are the first on the panel. But before that, I'd like to appreciate you. Sowore Omede, thanks for the super chat. God bless you, sir. I'm very, very grateful. Guys, if you're listening to us, you can do the same by encouraging what we do here. Just click on the $sign and encourage our work. Black Panther, you have the floor. Talk to us. You have 15 minutes.
Okay, good morning, sir.
Thank you, my brother. Good evening.
See, smile up, Naija. Let me see the smile in your voice, man. Don't go.
I say that this now.
They smile, they happy.
Happy for what they happy for. Anything in Nigeria, we want to make person happy right now.
No, the political scene is being unveiled. People go to take their line now. I want to thank you. See, there's nothing. Don't be sad. This is the road. This is the path we are going to pass. We can't avoid this path. We can't. Never. We can't. So nobody should be sad. I want to thank you, Naija Watch. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank especially my mommy in diaspora. Mommy, God bless you. You are strengthened by the Holy Spirit. You are strong. You are healthy in Jesus' mighty name. I want to thank the viewers out there. And I want to thank another special people. I want to thank the Sowore people that support us. People that come out here to say Sowore, they put leg for ground like say they pedal one speed racing car, Ferrari car. I want to thank you all. May God bless you, because where the light shineth, the people will see clearly. I want to thank the people sitting down watching us today. May God bless every one of you. Now, God has given us wisdom. Today is another day. I'm so glad. I'm happy. I'm happy because I have known, because I have gone through history. I've gone through the present day, what is happening, and it is high time we get it clear. We have to pass through this road. We cannot avoid. We cannot even go through any other road. But this crooked path will pass through. It is mandatory. We must pass through, so that as we get closer to see the light, we shift all the descendants, all the criminals, all the people that are taking money to perpetrate evil. They will be shifted. They will speak no more. We will accept no apology from them. Neither are we going to forgive them. We trash them into the trash can forever, because then the new Nigeria will be born. A new country will be born. I don't know if it will be named. We will continue with that name, Nigeria. I wish we don't continue with that name when there's a rebirth of a country that is solid to represent the black race, because the wind is blowing towards us. We don't know. We should be wise that the wind is blowing towards us. Now, I want to start with Senator Natasha issue. You see, Senator Natasha issue is not about his own personality. What they are attacking Senator Natasha for, Senator Natasha wants to open the brain box of the Ajakuta lootings. She's about to open the brain box, and don't forgetting that she is half Russian and she's half Nigerian. And where our country president is going towards the Western world. Those people that never meant well for the black race. Until the black race stand their ground, which they are standing now presently, taking their birthright from whosoever that is trying to perpetrate evil against the black race. That is the fight this lady, the great woman, Natasha, is fighting. People see it and say it's only, you think that it's just sexual harassment. The greater thing is the leak of a Jakarta Steel Complex. That is a multi-billion dollars project that the Nigerian politicians and the Western world have sworn that that project will never see the light of the day. They sworn. That was why they kicked out the Russian that designed that project. That's why they kicked them out. Anything concerning Russia, they don't want the black race, African country, to have anything affiliated by 1 inch of a percentage. Because it's going to dent the image of our president. Because when you are going, because you are a drug lord, when you are going, you want to go and clean your name to meet those that want to finish Africa as a whole. You got to take off the debris like the Russian war. They don't want to hear anything Russia affiliation. That is why they are attacking him. The federal government is bringing a suit against her. Their suit will end up in the trash can because there's no evidence against her. They are just messing up themselves for nothing. Just after 2027, Agbado, if Agbado wins by trick, if we don't resist, if he survive it, he will just throw all this case to the trash can. That is how it is. I will now go to our brother Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu will not be released. People are shocked. Don't be shocked. The template book is there, and the Nigerian politicians will never change. If you think Nnamdi Kanu will be released, let's go through this route. Sowore was released not because they don't want to keep him. He was released for a purpose, and that purpose is getting clearer to everybody. Kanu, if Kanu is released, Kanu is going to be a very stumbling block to them. He might not speak, but it's released once. He's going to clean the entire Eastern Bloc. He's going to clean it. Anything that they have put there, those corrupt politicians, his may be released. The Eastern Bloc will be cleaned. Just being released, not talking to his homeland, to bury his parents, the Eastern Bloc will be cleaned. That is why he will not be released. They will bring other cases. The Attorney General of the Federation, just watch out for his statement after this court case. Watch out. Before this court case, you will see something, cloud coming towards him again. I just pray. Let us keep on praying for him. Let us keep the life. Let us keep speaking for him. That is life to him. To speak for him is to keep him alive. Let's keep on speaking for him. And we know he will be out after this fight, because it's part and parcel of the struggle we are all into. He has told us all, and we are seeing everything that he has said. And I want to go to Sowore now. You see, if Sowore do I want to say one thing to my brother, Elvis. See, I said one thing. I said the red flag I put on Sowore will not. Sowore, I dare him. Let him bring something that will make me put the red flag down. When he speaks the truth, I'm always saying he's saying the truth. But that red flag is still on. That means on my own side is my suspect. That is why I'm looking at him. Sometimes you see me talking. If he's straight, he will talk. I will follow him. I am following him for a cause. Because I said one thing. I said Sowore is a pawn. If you know chess game, you play chess very well. Sowore is a pawn. And before I go further, this government, APC, have released some financial goody into the media. And it has started touching on a lot of people in the social media. He has started releasing it. So don't be shocked, don't be surprised when you start seeing some word. They'll come as like ice cream gradually. They'll begin to be soured at the tail, at the middle end. They'll start to be soured. That's how they're going to come. Now, Sowore is a pawn. And you know what pawn does in a chess game? It protects the king and the queen. It stands like a musketeer that fights to protect. You see, that word to protect the king and the queen, that word protect, that is what he has been painting to us, everybody that say, oh, Sowore, let me tell you one thing. Let me go to Abiola time. Sowore was part of the campaign of Abiola, SDP, NRC. And the Nadeko people, all of them, no one is left out. Everybody was for Abiola. Irrespective of whether this one is a past criminal, ex-criminal, as long as you have affiliated to Nadeko, everybody was in for Abiola. And now, do we now say, may his soul rest in peace? Do we now say Abiola was a saint? Put that in your mind. He was not. But he was a giver. But he was not a saint. He was a politician that dined with everybody, whether you are a Satan or Lucifer, he dines with you. But one thing the people of Nigeria love him most, he was a great giver to everyone. He treats everyone equally, but he was a giver. But is he not corrupt? Is he corrupt? That's a question mark for every one of you. Then came when Nadeko now break out. Everybody now went out. After the military struck again, everybody now went out and came. And when Buhari was contesting, remember, Sowore said he did not bring Buhari, he did not campaign for Buhari. All those things are lies. He did. You see how he died down? Everybody said no. He said, I did not do this. All these are lies. What mouthpiece did Buhari use to penetrate other diasporans? Was it not Sowore? He will come out. He has, because you love him so much, you refuse to investigate him. They said, Kiniton je kokoro, owanu kokoro. Kiniton je efo, owanu efo. That's Yoruba day. What is eating that leaf is inside the leaf. But you people decide to love him. To love him, you are not seeing the other side of him. You are not asking the question, why is Sowore always attacking Peter Obi? Why? You have the same picture. You want to see Nigeria work. You look at the people, you say, I will follow the people. But Sowore is a pawn. I won't say some harsh word. Sowore is a pawn. What I mean by pawn, if you think it very well, you know what I mean by pawn. But he's going to unveil himself. You remember I said one thing. I said the thing that they use in covering him, it will be unveiling gradually. And those that are following him will chastise him. So I will beg here, let us open. Whether you like Sowore, you must come out here today and say it, whether it's good, whether it's for Nigeria or whether it's for Agbado. You must come out to say. Thank you, Nigeria. I'll conclude with when you give me time, the next chapter of the discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Thanks for your submission. God bless you. Tunaja, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, my brother. Please talk to us.
Greetings, Nigeria Watch. Thank you for having me here. And greetings, the panelists, Black Panther, the chat, and the viewers. Regarding whether Sowore is a pawn or something like that, I think we don't necessarily have direct evidence. I saw a video of him having some shenanigan or a kind of how do I put it, friendly conversation with Ribadu, the current chief, or I think chief security officer. No, not chief security officer, NSA head. So I was a little bit surprised because I would have thought they should be on the opposite sides. But he was having a chummy, and they seem like they go way back. So, which was interesting to see Sowore to be doing that. And at the same time, I think the point Black Panther made is correct, because if you are on the same, if you believe that Peter Obi is on against some of the stuff the current government and they are doing, then why is his focus totally on Peter Obi instead of the ones that are doing more of the damage? I would have thought he would be wanting to open that space up and show some of the some of the sabotage that they are doing to the Nigerian state. But instead, his whole energy, especially towards an election, his energy is totally on Peter Obi. It just seems you can make it's only as much as you can make the argument about, oh, because you want to win an election, that the supporters that you want are P2B supporters. What is wrong with the other supporters? And the other supporters that are voting President Tinubu and all the other Northerners, are they like out of grabs? What is that? Why is he always about P2B supporters? Why not go after Tinubu supporters or any Atiku supporters? It doesn't even make sense. It's all about ideas. If you have ideas, you can always convince people that even may not naturally gravitate towards you to consider you. So his focus on P2B is one of the stuff that really mystifies people. That why all this energy on P2B towards an election? And the excuse is always that, oh, because P2B supporter. No, I don't think that washes. Because if I was the one, I was going to the political space, I would be going after Tinubu and Atiku, because you want to weaken them as much as possible, their flank as much as possible. What's the point of going after P2B? Because you're not going to win. If you go after P2B, you're not going to get enough. Where the rump of the voters are on the other side, especially when P2B is more aligned to your way of thinking than the the Jagaban and the Atikus out there. So it's just not logical, his approach to this politics. And for me, based on that, you can argue that something is off about his attitude. Apart from his politics that I completely see as lightweight, he doesn't seem to have depth. And for somebody that has been in prison for such a long time, has had so many encounters with law enforcement, I'm a little bit surprised how his depth is not as much there. Maybe some people think he's got depth. I don't know. But from what I can see, he hasn't got it. And I saw his manifesto the last time, and it looks like this in what they call a human rights activist manifesto. Not even a manifesto to govern a nation. And he talks about corruption, like that is all there is in governance. If you come, you kill everybody, then what next? You become a dictator where you don't listen to people's opinions. And because he seems to be very, very abrasive with people questioning his way of doing things. So that is problematic from when I look at him. My focus is more on this government that is doing so much damage to the country. Because it just occurred that they've spent $8 billion defending the Nigerian currency that they claim that they floated. And we are, in other words, what is the point of all the suffering we are suffering? Why is it that the benefit of Dangote refinery is where Nigerians are hardly seeing it? Why is the Naira still this high? And why is the cost of buying petrol from overseas going up? When we have a massive refinery that can supply twice the petrol Nigeria needs. This is the governance that this president has given us. Whatever game he's playing is mysterious to me. And if it's mysterious to me, it must be mysterious to anybody out there. Because I don't understand what kind of policy this is that is sabotaging the Nigerian economy. Nigerian economy was heading towards $500 billion when he came into office. Today, it's somewhere around $200 billion. What kind of governance is that? And some people will come out openly and say, oh, he's doing the right thing. We have to go through the pain. What kind of pain is that? How many Western countries have you seen, or any nation that is functional, that sabotages the economy like because they are trying to fix it? That's not what you do. And you don't have to do that. You have Dangote refinery that is coming on stream. You have this in the subsidy that is coming off. So in other words, they had money. Why put the country through all this? And I really feel bad for Nigerians, because it's clear why they are doing what they are doing. They are not governing for you. It's just that simple. When it comes down to it, that's what it boils down to. They are real. The people that they are actually serving are not you. They are serving the people that got them into office. The people that empower them to oppress you. The people that tell them that they are now part of their family, not part of your family. They are not there for you. They believe that they are the people they are serving are their family. If you go to Kensington, if you go to Chelsea in London, and go to all these cities in Europe, you see their children and their wealth splattered all over the place there. That is what they live for. And I'm sorry to say, and that is how many African leaders live. They don't live like the people that are governing themselves. You know, I don't know whether anybody saw the video with Ramaphosa yesterday with Trump. Say whatever you like about South Africans, they tend to have their own mind more, especially when it comes to international positioning themselves. I don't know how they do it. For a country that is that small, they are able to assert themselves more. Even Algeria asserts itself far more. What does Nigeria do? All we just do is go and say, yes, sir, come back, do the same thing again. And our leader go for 2-3 weeks, stays there and come back as if we are some fatherless children. And then they will come for an election and say they should vote for them again. Was it not this president that told us that if he doesn't give us 24/7 electricity, he should not be voted in? Why is he campaigning again? I'm telling you, he shouldn't even be campaigning when he gets to the election if he's a man of integrity. And if he's not, who wants to vote for that kind of person? I think maybe that's one of the campaign videos people like Peter Obi should be playing. You know, all those things that he said with himself. Don't feel sorry for me. Don't vote for me if I don't accomplish this. You start playing it. As a matter of fact, I would be playing it every day. Why vote for this type of people when they are not accomplishing for the nation? The damage he has done to the country is astounding. I don't know how we are going to get out of this, because even World Bank, that is their friend, is saying it's going to take 5 times the growth we are seeing today to get Nigeria out of the place we are in. And you see them moving 5 times at that pace. If they were serious about fixing Nigeria, they know everybody's hands has to be on deck. This is not a one-man government. This is a government of national unity. Everybody coming together to. This country is in a sorry state. What is required is a total marshalling of all the potentials of the country to get it out of the where it is now. But do you see our leaders doing that? All they want to do is play these stupid games. Stupid games. The UK experienced this in a recession. And within how many years they were already in hung parliament and they formed the government of national unity. Many countries that are in the state, in short, they experience a quarter of the state Nigeria is in right now. You see everybody's hands is on deck to fix it. But this guy won 36% of the vote, and he's governing as if he won 150%. And he's completely tearing up so many rules, floated the currency. They are still borrowing money on crude oil that we have not even gotten out of the ground. So if you are borrowing money on the crude oil that you have even gotten out of the ground, which one are you going to use to give to Dangote so that he can supply to the Nigerian people, so we don't have to be selling and getting petrol at such an expensive rate? Why do these people just hate their own people like this? Why are they not in a hurry to get their people to that state whereby they just bring the oil from the ground, give it to Dangote, Dangote processes it and gives it back to Nigeria, and the price of petrol, we can decide it as we see fit, based on the cost of refining. I don't know why Dangote himself wants to do this. It's the Nigerian government that don't want to do it, and the so-called people that have interest in the petroleum, this is supplying Nigeria petrol. Dangote wants to do it. What is so wrong about that? The people that are supplying you ChatGPT, Google, and everything, how many of them are doing it? Is it only one Google you have? How many this in Starlink do you have? Is it only one? Do you see anybody say, no, it's only Starlink, we can't have it, it's only his own? No, he's serving the American interest. Why is Dangote not serving Nigeria's interest? Instead, Dangote is now selling petrol, maybe even more, to foreigners. What kind of rubbish is this? We have something that we can use to better our people's lives and better our own economy. But instead, they are busy sending it overseas and borrowing money with the crude oil that hasn't come out from the ground.
To Nigeria, do you know that Dangote is supplying aviation gas to America in livestock?
I saw the news. This is a problem. Just this week, they announced that Nigeria is actually spending more buying petrol from overseas. What kind of madness is this? What kind of madness is this one? Why are we spending? People are not asking, and these media people, they are really bad. Oh, this Nigerian media, that some of them, you couldn't all this air fire. They tell you that they are not asking critical questions. They are not. They shouldn't be stopping asking, why is it that we are still buying petrol from overseas? Whom are these people that insist on buying petrol from overseas? Because if you start buying from Nigeria, the price will crash. Nigerian currency will appreciate because we don't need that much dollars anymore. Somebody tell me, because me, I don't see the magic they are doing. What kind of gain are we gaining from this stupid game that they are playing? There's no gain in it. They just keep borrowing money and then squandering the opportunity we have. I said it earlier on this year that if by next year the Nigerian currency is not anywhere near 1,200 this is naira to $1 or 1,000 naira to $1, forget it. This government, they will kill all of us. They are not there for you. They are done. Because if you have the opportunity to reduce the demand for the dollar and you don't do it so that your currency improves, know that those people, they are there to finish you. They are there, and I'm already convinced, but that should be your evidence. Because what Dangote has can supply all the petroleum that Nigeria needs. So why are we still buying petrol from overseas? Why? What kind of situation is this one? Do you know the dollar that we use in Nigeria, more than 30% of it that we demand is because of petroleum? So it means if you get the petroleum from Dangote, the demand for the dollar will collapse and the Nigerian currency will appreciate. And when the Nigerian currency appreciates, guess what? The price of petrol at the petrol station will reduce by a third. Instead of you to be seeing it at 800 naira, 900 naira, you'll be seeing it at somewhere 500 naira. That is without subsidies. You will be seeing it at 500 naira. So Nigerians today, because of the salary increase some of them have gotten materially, will start seeing the benefit of that salary increase. Instead of this fake salary increase that they've given them when the economy and the cost of living has gone up more than the salary increase. So in other words, they've taken a pay cut in real terms. Make no mistake, Nigerians are getting poorer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tunaja. On our final submission, I would like us to, after Abdul Malik's submission, I would like us to talk about what Donald Trump did to the president of South Africa yesterday. I don't understand that to the president for America, Black Panther.
Yeah,
you the supporter.
No, the South African president did well.
The South African president did fantastically well.
Exactly. How can you? So does it mean say this man a bully now? I don't understand.
Those videos he showed, was during when the apartheid regime was about collapsing. When Malema took about 100,000 people to the stadium. That was the video he was showing. I've seen that video before.
All right.
During the apartheid time.
I'll come to that. I have the videos here. Let's quickly hear from Abdul Malik. Then we'll take that as a final submission. Abdul Malik, please talk to us. It's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Nigeria Watch. Good evening, everybody in the panel. Good evening, Nigeria. Peter Obi, Sowore attack each other. You see, Sowore, I don't understand why he always attack Peter Obi. This man is what you are standing for. He stand for. He want betterment of Nigeria, good governance. Okay, what is the attack? Every time you used to attack this man. Even the last time, there is one video I watched. He was talking that Peter Obi did not even build any school from foundation when he was in governor. And it's like, that is not true. I don't know why some people, they are lying against somebody. When you hate somebody, Why can't you talk the truth? You say this man did not even build any school from foundation when he was in governor or any road, and which is lie. Even when I checked last time, there is many school Peter Obi built from foundation. You see, most of them, they want to use Peter Obi to trend. That is what I see. Even not only Sowore, most of the people, politicians now, they are using Peter Obi to trend because they know when they talk about Peter Obi, just something like quite Jaden Boala and what is the other name, Moka. They are using this guy to trend because they know if you talk about this man, he have many supporters that will come after you. Yeah, because I see no reason why this man stand for what you stand for the betterment of the country. Okay, why can't you collaborate with this man so that you work together to make the country better? Not that to attack this man. And this man, he don't hold any position. He's not hold any government position in Nigeria currently. Okay, why are you attacking this man? It did not make sense to me, understand? I feel like childish something. Yeah, that is how I look it like that way. Because even though you want to get supporter, you don't use that one to get supporter. Then you cannot use that to get supporter. For me, why can't you fight for what is right or what is good? You attack somebody that is not even after you. It don't make sense to me. It's somehow. See, yesterday there is a video you show, like police, they kiss one school, student secondary school. Police in the country supposed to be your friend because they make peace in the country. But in Nigeria, police is just like they are enemy to our citizens, just because the way they behave. Yes, I see no reason why policeman, it will be searching your phone because police don't have right to search your phone. You don't have that right. But in Nigeria, policeman, it will take your phone and search your privacy. Without warrant from the court, police don't have right to search your phone. You don't have the right, but in Nigeria, they can do anything undo because there is no law. They don't have law in the country. You just buy somebody's human being, not by human being, not animal. But today, with the IGP, they have never talked anything about the incident. What a country is this? What type of country are we living? Every day, different type of things happen in the country, but they don't address anything. They keep on going, keep on going. Are we going to continue like this? The answer is no. Okay, how can the system change now? Nobody knows. Because nothing is working in the country. That period now, they lost that boy. Just like that. There is no question, nothing. The policeman will be free. No prosecutor, nothing they will do to that man. Every day we experience different kind of abnormal something in the country. I don't know where that country is going to. Because without this, without we don't have good government, that country will not change. Because government, they make country better for their citizens. But our government, they made their country bad for their citizens. Look at the way they are oppressing citizens in the country. How can you arrest somebody or you want to even, that just like you suspect somebody? Okay, you can question the person, not to call the person, embarrass the person, search the person's privacy. You don't have right to search somebody's phone. Without court warrant, you don't have the right. Because we don't have law, anything can happen in the country. Look at EFCC now. They have selected one-sided treatment. When somebody spray money, they will go for him, right? But some people, they will not go for the people. Is it how they govern country? Nnamdi Kanu is still in jail. But some people fight for agitation. How many years they have been released? Nnamdi Kanu is still there. He has not guilty. Is it how are they going to govern the country? Emefiele land, they say they have, they claim it's house 700 something thousand duplex, right? Okay, is it the only one that stole government money? It's not the only one. Look at the last video you showed last time. One governor in the northern part with millions of pounds, right, in account. Almost 80,000 Mercedes S-Class. Brand new. Buried on the underground. Why can't they go for those kind of people? Is it not the same government money? But they will just, I don't understand it. The way they rule their country, the country cannot move forward that way. Emefiele is not the only one. Without Buhari instruction, Emefiele cannot do anything. He can never, yes, he can't do anything. Go for Buhari first. If you want the country to be better, not only Emefiele. Even the NBA, those NBA, I don't know why they don't strike against all those judges. The judgment the judges are passing. Because it's raw judgment. They don't judge well. They are just criminal attitude everywhere in the country. Nothing is going. They don't run country like this. That's why the country is messed today. I don't know where we are coming from, where we are going. Every day we hear different stories in the country, different atrocity stories. I don't know, or let the citizens we take their country back, because without that, those people, they don't mean well for you. If we come to their time, they don't have religion, right? They share the money in the House of Assembly there. There is Muslim, there is Christian. But if you come to citizens, they will divide people with religion and ethnicity. You see the brain they are using, but Nigerian citizens don't get it that way. They are fighting themselves. Politicians, they are the problem of Nigeria. If Nigeria have good government today, the country will be better. Under 1 year, I give you 1 year, that country will be better. Yes, but today, look at the country today. Even common food now, Nigeria people, most of them, they can't eat 3 square meals just because of the hardship. How many, according to them, how many money now, how many money can cook a pot of soup? If you don't have good money, you cannot cook good pot of soup. You see how they're going but then they sit there, they don't even react. That is a major problem. I don't really understand. I don't get them. Other countries, they react to make themselves better, but then they just feel reluctant. They want to, I don't understand how they are doing there. Look at what is happening in Ivory Coast. Before you know, Ivory Coast will be like, if they succeed, that will be like Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso now is free education, right? Most of the things they are free. The Nigerian people now, they are jackpot to Burkina Faso, Ghana, and other things. They say we are giant for mouth.
To university level.
Yes, we have everything, but we don't. There is nothing that we are giant. Okay, why are we giant? Nothing. The resources is there, but government, one person will steal billions. The money that belongs to people. Okay, how can the other people survive? They cannot. That is the problem we have. Why can't you invest that money in your country? Look at graduates. They don't have work. After graduate, they are writing kekena pepe. Though the government, they don't have shame. Just because of their family or their relationship, they are not affected. Yeah, everybody, their family, they are abroad, right? They have opportunity to take their people in abroad. But what about the masses? The masses, they don't have that opportunity. You see? Before that country better, we need to know what to do 2027 to vote the right person. Or what happened in 2027, we should not repeat itself again. Because if you repeat itself again, there will be more suffering ahead. Thank you very much, Mr. Nigeria Watch.
All right. Abdul Malik, thank you very much. I appreciate you, my brother. I'd like us to quickly divert to America for now. Guys, I want you guys to Watch this video quickly.
Turn the lights down, and just put this on. It's right behind you. Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. South Africa occupy land. That's who we are. Can we withdraw my membership from this useless parliament? Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot to kill, the mother, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer,
The man of D-Day in PE is a white man. So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you attack a white man. Not because Mashaba and Sowore will not be touched. They will be touched, no one. But we're starting with this whiteness. We're cutting the throat of white.
Excuse me, turn the lights down, and just put this on. It's right behind you. These are burial sites right here. Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers, and those cars are lined up to pay love on a Sunday morning. Each one of those white things you see is a cross, and there's approximately 1,000 of them. They're all white farmers, the family of white farmers. And those cars aren't driving, they're stopped there to pay respects to their family member who was killed. And it's a terrible sight. I've never seen anything like it.
They told you where that is, Mr. President? No, I'd like to know where that is, because this I've never seen.
Death of people. Death.
What you saw, the speeches that were being made, one, that is not government policy. We have a multi-party democracy in South Africa that allows people to express themselves, political parties to adhere to various policies, and in many cases, or in some cases, those policies do not go along with government policy.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can take land.
And then when they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
No.
People are fleeing South Africa for their own safety. Their land is being confiscated, and in many cases they're being killed. And that scene of, you see how many crosses they have. Those crosses, that's a dead person in every one of them.
All right, I would like us to listen to this last video, please. Everybody stay mute for now. Let me take this video from Mr. Dasu. I'm just going to forward it.
Behaved like the true gentleman expected of a president. We are near this, we are too. And then to stop being a bully. Very careful, Terry.
Yes, we all do. We all do need to be careful. May his soul rest in peace.
Amen.
If you don't have the stomach for it, don't even look for the video.
Don't look for the video if you don't have the stomach for it.
It's not a good thing to watch. All right, let's go take another story in the Vanguard, page 26 this time. For those of us who track news, you must have seen this video. Well, let's bring you the headline. Ramaphosa denies Trump's land confiscation genocide claims against white South Africans.
You know, without going into the history of what led to the meeting between Trump and Ramaphosa, I think that the Americans need to halt their president to stop being a bully to those who visit him. First of all, he was the Ukrainian president. He tried to be a bully even with the UK president. I don't think it does America any good in the long run. I believe that what is always behind movements made by, apart from the American interest, is also justice and fair play. And also, America, at least if it wants to claim to be leading the world, then there has to be some element of fairness in the things that they do. And there must be respect and decency. If you watch how the Ukrainian president was being bullied, a whole president, well, is there a half president? There's none. It was even told by officials, not even the president, why are you dressed like this? I think America needs to be very careful. The only thing I blame Ramaphosa for, and when I say I blame, I put it in quotes, he shouldn't even have bothered going to the White House. If I'm a president, I'm not going to go anywhere near where this gentleman is. We can write letters to each other. Because you don't know what rabbit is going to pull out of the hat. And if you are not so inclined, I heard some people have been making comments. What do you expect Ramaphosa to do? To start an argument with him? He can't do that. He's better, he's more composed and more comported. I think Ramaphosa did well. He behaved like the true gentleman expected of a president. And for those who criticize him, I'll tell you that two wrongs don't make a right. It's not all about fisticuffs. It's not all about proving at any point that you are right. I give him kudos. It was a very, very difficult situation. This is also a wake-up call for Africans. I've said it before and I repeat it again. If you don't take your fate into your own hands, if you continue to be beggarly, you work all the things that you're supposed to use to develop your own people, then you go cap in hand everywhere, begging, throwing yourself into a beggar, that is what you will get. You get to, and I hope Nigeria would also learn from this. The so-called romance you have with these Western countries, the truth of the matter is that you need to identify in the first instance what is their interest. It's very, very important. All this romance, and it's also a note of caution even to our own president. At the slightest opportunity, you are running to France. It has implications, especially in a region where our own brothers and neighbors are trying to liberate themselves from the shackles of these same people. This is a wake-up call. We need to get the OAU, run it as a very strong body, and Africa needs to talk with one voice. Africa needs to talk with one voice. Remember, this was the gentleman who said that it's a shithole country or continent. I can't remember which. And I think that a lot of it comes from the fact that our leaders don't respect themselves, don't have any iota of respect. He was talking to him as if he was a local government chairman. Even the local government chairman, even an individual. What did you think when you saw it?
I think that Ramaphosa handled himself pretty well.
He did.
I mean, the both of them that had been there and, in quote now, bullied by the American president, they handled themselves very, very well. Even Volodymyr did well.
Yes.
Because, look, even when what's the former Canadian Prime Minister's name? Trudeau was going to respond to Trump's bully of tax and everything. He was even very, very presidential in his response. Trump is a showman. Trump want to grab the camera, want to grab the attention, want to grab the finest headlines and all of that. And this is what he thinks. That's how it should be.
That's how it should be. Yes.
And I mean, I totally and completely disagree with him when he talked about genocide and all of those things. He is a president of America who is funding genocide in Gaza as we speak right now. He is supervising killing of children and women in Gaza as we speak right now. So if anybody is going to accuse anybody of genocide, he should be accused of that, because by association and by support, he's guilty of what he's accusing Ramaphosa of doing. African leaders, like you said, must protect the interest of their people.
Yes.
regardless of whatever or whose ox is God. They shouldn't care. Their people must come first, the way America is doing.
See, Sheriff, you see, part of the problem is that most African leaders, if not all, most African leaders are there representing somebody's interest. Not, I want somebody to tell me, an African leader. Maybe now that we're beginning to see things in Burkina Faso, and maybe. But generally, most African leaders are puppets. And we condone them. They are puppets and we condone them. They have turned us into permanent serfs. And that's why there is no respect at all.
Oh, where's that coming from?
Who's that coming from? Could it be from Trump?
It's Trump. It's Trump. Oh, my God.
All right. On that one, on the comment section, where I actually followed today, I'm surprised. Many people allegedly calling Trump to invite our president, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I don't know why they say may invite him. May they all talk. They want to see something. I say, wait, I want to see. I don't understand. Why don't they say may invite Tinubu? Why? They say they just want to see something. They want to check something. Me just invite our president. So, Mr. President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in case you get the invitation of Trump, I beg, we would like to watch both of you on TV as well. Most see what people want to see. That's why now you're talking. But I'll let my people on the panel, may they take up from there. That's all I have for you guys today. Finally, we are taking our final submission right now. I will leave the final submission on 88 minutes. Now, only 3 people will get here. If anybody join us now after this 88 minutes, as I mentioned, 88 minutes, now only 2 minutes now you go get.
And now let somebody go ahead. I'll come later.
Yes, I'll start with Two Niger. In fact, I'm even happy that Two Niger started with this one, because Two Niger, they measure the reference go America. I don't know whether that's Americana. Talk to us, Oga. 8 minutes.
I'm telling you, today, when I was just listening to one American lady talk, I was really happy that at least we have some cousins overseas that are looking out for us. People don't understand. Nigerians are not awake to the community, the larger community that they exist in. This is an American woman, not a South African woman or an African in terms of directly. It's a Black American. You need to see how hot and passionate she was about what happened yesterday at the White House. And she was backing Ramaphosa all the way. And he handled himself with quite high degree of articulation. And he completely disarmed them. They tried everything to insult him. At one point, I literally said, this is revealing how weak we are as a people. And they tried to play on that as much as possible, and he still managed to disarm them, and even brought white people with him, which is also concerning. And some of the terms that he used in that in talking to Trump is also concerning. Like one statement that I heard there was from another Black lady. I think she's supposed to be, I've forgotten how the president introduced her. She's supposed to be responsible for what goes on within the country, and it tends to understand what's going on with the borders and stuff like that. She said something about Americans giving them technology to be able to prevent other Africans from coming. So she's talking about the physical borders, not for anything, because she's saying that because she wants to trigger in the mind of Trump that, these Black Africans are coming to our country. But the fact that she's using that tactics to try to win the president over is something I really find disturbing, because South Africans, they have this two-face about them. 1 minute they are loving their white oppressors, and the next thing they pretend as if they are with us. And it's a very, very sad tale, because Black Africans are always for them. Even the ones that are not on the continent, like the Jamaicans and the African Americans and the Brazilians, they are for them. They back them every time the West is coming at them. But they themselves don't back Africans that way. We know of the debacle of Chidinma and the Bolt Wars and all these, xenophobic attacks that's happened in South Africa. So it's a bit of a strange balancing act that is going on. South Africans, they love their white people there. At the same time, they don't seem to want to change anything because they think what happened in Zimbabwe is a bad thing, that they use Zimbabwe as a sorry tale. While Zimbabweans don't feel sorry for themselves, Zimbabweans are saying they are going to emerge, that they have their own voice. They fought for their country and they took their land back. And no matter what they ask them to pay, they can pay it and still own the land. They are not giving it back. So from that point of view, I have a mixed feeling about South Africans. But one thing I can say for sure is that they do try to defend their own interests in terms of geopolitics more than any black nation on earth. South Africa literally came out and took Israel to court. Until today, the world is heading in the direction that they dragged the world to, because they were right from the beginning. Everybody is heading in their direction. And then they also are members of the BRICS, one of the founding members of the BRICS, if I'm not mistaken. So they tend to assert their independence more. And is the black South African that are actually doing these things. It's not the white ones. The white ones will behave the way our presidents are behaving. They want us to be back in Israel, back America, back France, those white people that were with Ramaphosa in that this Oval Office, they want him to behave like Tinubu. And as a matter of fact, that's why they are there, to force him to behave that way. And there was a sign that he gave that tells you that he's not going to conform to what they expect him to do. Because while the white people were talking about Elon Musk should bring the Starlink, give them technology, give them drones, the president just diverted and said, we just want you to just do business with us and all the rest. He wasn't keen on them sharing all these strategic technologies that makes South Africans vulnerable to Western. Because if you use Starlink, Russia will never use Starlink. China will never use Starlink. Indians, for their sensitive operations, they will never use Starlink. So why would South Africa want to use it, especially if they are a member of the BRICS? They have to be careful about that, because Starlink is a strategic tool. Like you see how Nigeria has used Starlink. We don't even ask questions. There was a time Zelensky was at war. He's at war with Russians, and he wanted to fire a missile, and the missile uses the internet, and part of that internet is Starlink. Elon Musk shut it down. Elon Musk was able to shut it down.
To Nigeria, the Starlink Nigeria uses is not Elon Musk Starlink. Elon Musk own is a satellite.
What are you talking about? It's the same Starlink. Starlink is Starlink. Starlink.
No. Elon Musk own is different from that one.
Actually,
Elon Musk doesn't own the other Starlink. Elon Musk Starlink is different. No. Not being get that one.
He owns it. It's only one. It's only one.
Not
Starlink.
being get that one. No. Go and check it online.
Go and check
to Nigeria, you have 1 minute left.
Yeah, Elon Musk owns Starlink, and the interests of South Africans, based on what the president went and did in America, I think he was protected. But I'm a little bit disturbed how comfortable he is with the white members of his party. That is something we as a people have to be watching at, because those people, they are ultra racist. They are ultra focused on keeping the black population down, and they are doing everything to isolate those black South Africans from Africans and the black community. This is why you are seeing all these events going on in South Africa. And South African black people, they too have to be very careful with their behavior. All this stuff wouldn't be happening if the larger black community is behaving itself like Nigeria. If Nigeria was doing what we're supposed to be doing, like those early speakers that you played, we're talking about, we are not going to be in this mess. And this is the problem that I was talking about with what the Tinubu government did. Nigeria should be heading to a $1 trillion economy right now. We should be calling the shot on a lot of things. If these our leaders were serious people, we should be having a 2 million standing army, so that any nonsense go on within our on the continent, we are right there to say, shut up, go inside. No noise making. We want peace on this continent. We can do trade on this continent. You are going to buy our cars. You are going to buy our movies. You are going to buy our music, and you are going to buy our textiles. And Nigeria is going to be a shining beacon on this continent. But you don't see our leaders with any ambition, even if they have a massive continent ready to work with them. Thank you. If Black
Okay, thank
Panther is
you.
not there, then I can carry on. No?
Thank you. Thank you, my lovely brother Tulaja.
You be talkaholic.
Black Panther, talk to us. You get 5 minutes.
You don't come with your Nigeria life, Abi. Okay. Nigeria no go finish us. So. I want to thank everybody. Nigeria will thank you for doing a wonderful job. You see, the American issue, like I said before, a man running a government with 36 count charges of crime should not get himself into the White House. But it's unfortunately he played his game. He played his game as a racist game, and he got into the White House. But that notwithstanding, what he did yesterday was he was trying to bully, but he didn't really succeed in bullying Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa was very calm. Ramaphosa was pushing him to the other side while he was going this way. Ramaphosa was pushing to the other side. You see that video that he played. Even the man, the representative that spoke those words, he said, in a revolution, there is bound to be death. And it's true. It's a fact. So, I don't know where maybe the song they were playing, the Zulu song they were dancing on, he think that was kill. That wasn't, it was a song it's a war song. People always sing when they are going to a battleground. I saw that it was a rally. It wasn't a fight against the white. They were trying to say the land that the white took from them, let them bring it back. There's nothing wrong with demanding for the land. And those pictures that it shows, those photos of death, it's as a result of crime committed by gangs. They have a lot of gangs in South Africa. What brought about the gang is this apartheid regime that has made 40% of the black poor. That is it. That is why when you say, why is he bringing white? Look, the event that happened in the past, there is a way of reconciliation. When you are reconciling the black and the white, you shouldn't be held in a way or being spoken to in a way that, oh, this man is falling to the white. No. They've gone through reconciliation. Mandela went through it with the white. And there's no way in South Africa that the white can be the president anymore. 90% of those in South Africa are black. So there's no way you can have it. So on the long run, the South African president spoke very well, and he was eloquent in everything that he has spoke. And I thank God there was no distraction. That is why he brought the labor woman and the Minister of Agriculture. And it was stated, that's why I asked the president, where did this happen? Can you tell me where it happened? He had no answer to it. The American president had no answer to it because that was a fluke. That was a narrative. It's a fluke. Because if, as a president, you are bringing facts to another president who is going to hand over G20 summit to you, because the G20 summit is going to be held in South Africa. It's going to hand over it to you. That's why he cannot do anything. The American president cannot do anything about South Africa issue. They can only have a sort of diplomatic relationship and maybe technological transfer to a certain level. That's all. They can help them in drones and other things. That's all. So all this thing that they are saying that Ramaphosa did this, Ramaphosa was composed. The only thing that was there, the president of America was trying to bully him, but he didn't succeed because each time he tries it, Ramaphosa will always ask him a question and redirect everything. Like the issue of, economic policing. He was redirecting it because Trump wanted to play a game, but he didn't succeed because if you listen to Trump, Trump was saying something like, "Oh, if the other people, if the fight come from the white against the other people," he couldn't mention black. Trump couldn't mention black. That is it. He couldn't mention black. That to show you that it's very difficult because that's a sign of a racial personality that cannot even mention the word black. So I want to say here that Ramaphosa, the politics that he came to play, he succeeded in it. And Donald Trump failed because he's going to hand over to the G20 to Donald Trump next month, I guess. I think it's this year, which should be held in South Africa. He's going to hand over, and Trump is going back to the shithole. The place he called the shithole continent is going back there. Nigeria, thank you very much.
All right, Black Panther, we don't know what happened. We lost you there. Abdul Malik, please talk to us.
Oh, I'm here now. Can you hear me?
Okay, round up in 2 minutes so that Abdul Malik take over immediately. Round up.
Yeah, Ramaphosa was very clear, and Ramaphosa really dictated. Trump was trying to bully him, but he was dragging Trump back, and the question was asked Trump. His head said, "Where can you tell me where that incident took place?" Trump could not answer that question. And one other thing you should observe when Trump was speaking, Trump was saying, when the white does this and the other people does it, people will shout. If the white does it to the other people, Trump could not mention black. He could not mention the name black. He's trying to be very careful, and that's to show you how racially Trump is. Because by this year, ending of this year, Ramaphosa is going to hand over the G20 to him, with the summit going to be held in South Africa. So Trump is coming to the shithole continent that is said before. So he's part of the shithole continent. Let him come. We'll welcome him, and Ramaphosa will take him to the place where the incident, where the apartheid regime shot more than 40 young children underage. He will take him there, and he will take him to so many places, so many crimes being committed during the apartheid regime. He will know more better because Trump does not have any significant thing about what happened during the apartheid regime. He only learned it and he doesn't care. So he will go there and they will show him clearly. So, my brothers and sisters, South Africa is doing a great job on their own part. They are trying to share the land, and the government of South Africa is even buying back the land from the white ownership, from the white owner. So the guy is doing his own best, and if he succeeds, yeah, be it. And because he didn't get 50% of the majority in the house, that was why he has to form government with other party. That was why you see the white minister there. Not that he called him; it's just a political talk. He didn't have 50% of the majority. I know South Africa election is that if you don't have 50% of the house, you cannot form a government unless you now go with other party that has some, some members in the house. You now come together and form a government. That was how that white man became a minister in Ramaphosa government. So let us call a spade a spade. Their kind of democracies is quite different. Not all. It's not the winner win all. You must have 50% to form a government. Like what we have in Nigeria, winner takes all. If it were South Africa, Agbado can never be the president of Nigeria. He can never be because he only had 36%. So he can never be. So my brothers and sisters, let us throw away democracy system and let us go on our own system. Talk together and know what is good for us and throw away imperialism. Imperialism is a deter to our own development in Black Africa. So let us throw away imperialism. And Agbado should not go and visit Donald Trump. Oh, he's going to mess him up. Oh, please, those of you advocating, we don't want him to mess up Nigeria and come and give us a bad name, because already Nigeria is doing a greater exploit where a Nigerian had to do a robotic surgery. So we don't want to dirty our name. We are very important in the American space now. We are contributing immensely here. So don't let that man call Abado come and talk nonsense here, because we don't want him in America. Let him stay in Nigeria and do politicking. We don't want him to come and visit Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is going to throw him, bully him, and he will corner him to one corner. He won't be able to say anything. He's only going to say yes sir, that's all. So Nigeria, thank you very much for bringing this topic of Donald Trump. And it was many
All right,
of you
thank
were
you,
saying I
Brother.
love Donald Trump. You yourself, you were part of people that say Donald Trump should win. You have not seen what is going on.
Thank you. No, I still don't have anything against Donald Trump.
You
As
have
long as
something
our,
against him.
as
That
long
is why
as
you are talking
our
about bully.
no. As long as our leaders choose to be slaves to the Westerners, that's my business. So I don't have anything against Donald Trump still. You know?
My reason for wanting him to win was to wake us up, and it is beginning to do some of that.
Exactly. So yeah, I don't have anything against him. Our leaders choose to be slaves to the Westerners, so let them continue. You know, Abdul Malik, talk to us. Sir. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening once again, Mr. Evans. The video you show about Donald Trump and the South Africa president, my understanding is this. It's like Donald Trump was trying to tell the president that they don't have, they are not practicing democracy, or they don't have rule of law. That is what I understand about that video. And if you take a look what happened before, many years back, what white people they do to black South Africa is very horrible, understand? It's very bad. That is the reason why Nelson Mandela was in jail for 29 years. He was in prison for 29 years just to fight for their freedom. It's the one that liberated the freedom for South Africa. You see, Trump, he did not like Africa. He don't like Africa, understand, Trump. That is, it's not only Africa, he's a racist. The way he do is, because he's the one that pull out the other, not this tenor, the other tenor. It's the one that pull out US for climate, Paris climate change. Yeah, it's the one. He pull out the US. He don't like American to associate with other people. He don't want America to be on their own. Yeah, that is your own plan, because that's why you see most of the leaders now in the world, in Western world, they don't like him. Yeah, they don't like it. They are not allied with each other. You see now, UK now they are planning to join. They are planning to do deal with European now again. Yeah, just because of Trump. The way he behave, the man, it's not that he good for some aspects.
Yeah, Madarita, you can come in. I just posted out the link, Madarita. You can quickly come in. Go ahead, Abdul. Sorry.
Yeah, he good for some aspect, but for some aspect, he not good. Yeah, he hates Africa generally. Yes, that's the reason why he want to send that general. I want to send it to destroy, to put destruction in Burkina Faso. Yeah, they want to blackmail the man that is not doing well. He want to take this. He's taking their gold for his own self-interest, which is lie. Yeah, the way they are doing the world is just like political space. Understand? Because the way Nigeria now, just take Nigeria now, the way Nigeria is going, just because of the government, they are benefiting from the Western world. It's like they are doing treason from their people to Western world, which is not supposed to be. Somebody make now, we have fuel, right? Okay, why did the fuel cost? Why can't they use our money to buy the fuel that they are using dollar? We don't use dollar. Are we not using naira? We are not using dollar. Why can't they use naira to buy the fuel, so that the Nigeria reserve will be increased? But they will not do it just because of their self-interest. They are betrayed. They betray their people just because you want to get something, but you forget others, which is very bad. That is the problem Nigeria have. We have everything, but you cannot produce anything today. Why? Because of our leader. They don't have that idea. They don't have that IQ. That is the reason why the country is not moving forward. Other countries, they produce, they export. We don't export only oil, we depend on oil. How can our reserve increase? That's why we did not need the naira is depreciating. Why dollar is appreciating? We have a very long way to go. Unless we have good leader, that is where the country will be good. Without that, that country will not good. Thank you very much, Mr. Nigeria World.
All right, Abdul Malik, God bless you, sir. I appreciate you. Okay, Madarita, you are just joining us and you have victory. I'm going to give both of you 8 minutes as well so that we can round up. Madarita, you have the floor. Good evening to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis. Thank you very much. Good evening to everybody in the panel. And my lovely mommy, I love you so much, and I miss everyone. Okay, I think I just came late, so I'm seeing Sowore and Obi attack each other on a verbal combat. Nnamdi Kanu court update. Okay, let me start with. I think I read some of it in on the social media. Yes, as per Peter Obi and Sowore's banters, I would call it. Nobody should be surprised. We should listen. I have been vindicated. I am so happy this is coming on, and I'm waiting for.
Thank you, Madam Rita.
And I'm waiting for the day that he's going to start attacking VDM. That I'm just waiting for that day. It's just icing's the cake, because I have said it and I made the difference between him and VDM just to make people understand what I was driving at. And I think somebody was like, how dare me compare VDM and Sowore? Who in heaven's name is Omoyele Sowore? Who is he? He's just a regular Nigerian who has a media space and he uses it to gain popularity for his self-promotion. And I use that word in parentheses, self, S-E-L-F, self. VDM talks about Nigerian situation and you see him doing things. It is seen, S-E-E-N. It is seen by the entire world. But for Omoyele Sowore, I don't care if he's listening to me, it is not seen. He is selective in who he wants to make a jive at. He's selective. And the purpose of that is to make himself relevant. Or the purpose of that is to also cajole the very unfortunately, very gullible Nigerians. Because Sowore has been in the game for a very long time. He knows, he understands the temperature of the sense of reason of a whole lot of Nigerians, both home and abroad, that he will use that tool. See, all this is psychology. Politics itself is psychology. And I mentioned it here before. I said, we have merchants for different reasons. And many of them are on social media, just like Omoyele Sowore. Many of them. They are merchants of conspiracy theories. They are merchants of confusion. They are merchants of fake analysis. They are merchants of fake news. And there are so many of them. And I believe this demand from Bodilon's administration, they are willing to pay, buyer and Onuga inclusive. They are whatever position, like people like Daniel Boala, those are subdivisions to deal with maybe social media payouts. I'm not even saying allegedly this time, because that's what we are seeing. We've seen some people attack people who are fighting against the government or who are criticizing. Whether you want it emotional criticism or you want to call it constructive criticism, they still attack these people regardless. So what does that tell you? Somebody's paying them. They're under somebody's payroll. And I think Omoyele Sowore is one of them. I listen, this issue of this banter with Peter Obi, it just pulls me right, and I keep saying it in this channel. Omoyele Sowore should not be taken seriously. If I have to take him seriously at all, let it be the chairman of the street where he lives, or wherever his village is, whether I choose his maternal or paternal side, let it just be get chairman of the streets. Then I'll start taking him seriously. Because till date, he has not succeeded. He has not succeeded in using the so-called, that's a political, I don't know who call it political party, the so-called political party that he claims is his own. I haven't seen anybody even win councillor. Councillor have not even seen. So what do you think he's doing? From each president, he's just like Mikano. That's how I see him. He's just like Mikano. The difference is that Mikano has been in government before. Omoyele Sowore has not been in government. He's just like Mikano. He appears when it's election time. Pre-election, They start throwing jabs at different people, making comments here and there, either on X or in fact, all forms of social media. They just attack somebody, or they just make a comment just to stay relevant. Just to stay relevant. When you see all this type of where some people say he has been to jail, he has sacrificed. Forget that. You see, you people are dealing with old pussycats. Let me use that word. Nigerian politicians are old pussycats. They can make a deal with him, but he will tell them on one condition. Yes, I'll talk about Peter Obi. On one condition, I still have to be myself. I still have to be criticizing you and insulting you people. Why do you think that sometimes when they insult him, they keep quiet? If they want, so that they don't make it seem too obvious, the police will probably invite him to say, okay, he's still really with the people. These are all tricks, man. Can't you guys Nigerians smarten up, man? Smarten up. This game is, in fact, I've analyzed that politics is psychology. And if you understand the psychology of the people and the mentality, and you deprive them from, their social rights, you deprive them of a good quality of life, you can hold their mind in your hand. You can hold it in, and that's what's going on in Nigeria. That's why the country will say, yes, sir.
That is why I gave him a name. He's a pawn. He's guiding the king and the queen.
I think it's actually more than that. We just have to, if you start using big words like pawn, many people will not understand. It's not everybody that knows the game of chess. That's why I'm breaking it down. I'm explaining the possible arrangement so people will get it. You need to break it down for people so people will understand. And so when he comes out again, they know the game he's playing within the federal government or whomever he's playing the game with. People will understand better. But this is not the time to use, words that are not tangible or things that people can't really see. Explain the past behavior. Juxtapose it with what is going on now so that people will get it. Because Nigerians love to break it down. Don't give them high level. That's what I'm saying. So I am not surprised at all. If anybody is surprised or being suspicious or even saying, oh my God, I didn't know that you were like this. People like me, I'm not surprised because I have been saying it, but people will interpret it like I hate the man. That's how people will interpret. That's how gullible people think. They just a one-way street. They just think in a box. They don't want to go outside the box. And anybody go against that, like, oh my goodness, you hate this man for what reason? Just like what happened in Edo State, that they said I hated Obaseki. I really don't give a rat's behind about that. Like I said, that's not my problem. I'm here to educate people and open the minds of people to really understand what is going on in Nigeria. We don't understand the kinds of people we are dealing with, and we need to understand it first. We need to understand how they think. They are using psychology on us. We also need to use the same. And I think Peter Obi, at a certain level that many of us might not understand, understands these people because he's part of the elite. I always say he's like a chihuahua, a tiny weeny dog in the midst of bulldogs. So he understands how they think. That's why sometimes he doesn't respond to that controversial talk. He doesn't respond, but at times he needs to respond. And I think he was so fed up with what Sowore has been doing. He's so fed up with it. And you see, he brought out I think I read something about Pandora's paper. For crying out loud, Nigerians don't like to read. Go back and see Peter Obi's response about the Pandora paper before you come out and start mentioning for the sake of okay, what about the Pandora paper? That is beer parlor talk. Go and do your research to see that this Sowore is a fake journalist. You should just go back to New York and just continue living his life and be operating Sahara reporters from there, because he's becoming a nuisance and it's disturbing our democracy. It's disturbing the way how we want the country to be. It's really disturbing us. And he needs to be called out. He needs to be called out. It's very annoying because he's deceiving a lot of young people. He's in his 50s. When he was in his 20s, will he allow this kind of nonsense to happen? It's unfair, and that's why we need to call him out. Mr. Elvis, I know he's your friend. Please tell him. In fact, please play this section for me. Play it for him. I don't care. He needs to be called out. Even if at least I'm speaking to something in his conscience to make him realize that what you are doing is not helping Nigeria. So far, all your bickering so far, since you wanted to join politics or since you started playing the game with the goons, it has not yielded anything positive for Nigeria. Look at VDM that just started weighing. That just started during COVID. It started coming out gradually. Look at the impact VDM has done. I'm using that guy as an example. Forget about age bracket now. I'm using him as an example. Because of that, have you seen anybody that have shouted, Sowore, help me? They're all shouting, VDM, come and help me. Because they are seeing results. SEEN. People need to see that you are doing something. People need to see that you are having results. It's just like saying iMac and AirMac. iMac is when you are doing a project. People are seeing that you are doing the project. Not AirMac, you are writing it on a PowerPoint and all that. People don't understand the language and not seeing what you are doing. People need to see there's justice. VDM is doing it. He's sacrificing, even in the midst of wicked people, even in the midst of controversies with VDM, even in the attack, the abuse, even with him and his family, he's still doing things. That is somebody who wants a change. Or more election, go and learn for VDM. Else, go to the back seat. Go to the back seat. We don't want to hear from you again because you're not helping us in this struggle. You're not helping us at all. You're only doing it for yourself and your self-aggrandizement. You're not doing it for Nigerians, and I know it. I know when I smell a rat and I see a rat, it's a rat. Moving along, Nnamdi Kanu court update. Well, the federal government of Nigeria would not release Nnamdi Kanu. Whether there's a warning that the case has to end, the federal government of Nigeria, and of course, hear me carefully, external forces will not allow Nnamdi Kanu to come, whether it's internal from his village or from the north, the south, the east, the west, or Europe, or North America, or South America. Nnamdi Kanu will not be released, unfortunately. And until that guy is released, Nigeria will not have peace. Nigeria will not, I'm just saying it's the truth. Nigeria will not have peace. Even if you have Peter Obi as the president, and Nnamdi Kanu is still incarcerated. In fact, a man that was kidnapped. I don't even call it incarceration. He's kidnapped. Nigeria will know no peace. It is the truth, whether we like it or not. Until they release that man. And they're not going to do it because when they release that man, many things will happen, especially within the southeast. That is the truth. That is the truth. Whether it's going to affect the economy, election, security, they cannot. See, Nnamdi Kanu is the bonga fish I always tell you guys about. When you quarrel with a native doctor, don't eat bonga fish. One of my uncles used to say it. Yes, the bonga fish. So they don't want to quarrel. They just want to just keep him there and frustrate his enemy. They want to keep him there because when he come out, he will be the bonga fish in their throat that they cannot swallow. They will be stuck.
All
so
right,
that's why, unfortunately, he's not going to come out. Mr. Elvis, thank you very much. I'm sorry I came late, but you know, it is what it is.
Thank you so much. All right, Oga Victory, please quickly talk to us. Let's round up this show. Thank you, sir. Good evening to you.
Thank you, Mr. Evans. I greet you. Good evening. Good evening, Mommy Diaspora. Greet everyone on the panel and people that are listening to us and people on the comment section as well. This Peter Obi and Showere's thing is not, it's just, for me, I see it as a distraction because I looked at the news and I saw that what Sowore said about Peter Obi about meeting the president of Nigeria, Tinubu, to discuss 225 billion debt crisis involving the Fidelity Bank. I don't know what is wrong with this Sowore guy. I don't know. This man keep peddling news that, you know, right now, I don't know. Like, this guy is clearly being used by someone. He himself, he knows who he's working for. This is clear. It's obvious. Sowore knows who he's working for. This is a man that scored 14,000 votes in the last election. Before the 2019 one, he got 33,000 votes. And he's going around making noise everywhere. My, for God's sake, you had 33,000 votes and 40,000 votes for the other election that he contested for. And this guy is just going everywhere making noise, you know. So this guy is, he knows who he's working for. And one of the reasons why I was clear in my conviction, it was when he organized the End Bad Government protests in Nigeria last year. Can you imagine somebody that is a real opposition organizing that kind of protest? He will be picked up by the DSS and he will be locked away. He will never see the light of day. And he's still walking around. That tells you that you know who this man is working for. Don't let anybody kid you. And like, unless you're a fool, you don't look what is happening around you. That's why you'll be deceived by somebody like this. But I'll move on for that. And I'll talk about what Tuna just said. when he was giving the submission. If these people are really allowed Dangote refinery to work in Nigeria, by now, at least within the next before Tinubu finishes first 4 years, Nigeria economy will be about $1 trillion, because literally Dangote would be able to supply us all the crude we need and even export to the rest of West Africa. Look at how much that will bring into our economy. There will be so much money in our economy. So these people, they are deliberately not working for us. They're just making sure that the country just stays where it is, not to collapse, but there won't be any meaningful progress in Nigeria. And I don't know whether the Nigerian people are not getting this thing. This is so clear, because if Dangote was allowed to function properly, petrol price will be low, it will be stable, the naira to the dollar will be very stable, not more than even 1,000 naira at the maximum, right? And there will be money flowing everywhere in Nigeria. But these people, they vowed to make sure that Nigeria does not stand. And two Nigeria have talked about 2 million army. What is 2 million? But Nigeria should have nothing less than 3 million army that can defend the whole country. And if anybody mess around within that West African region, Nigerian army will be there and say, listen, we're going to be calling the shot. And this is why I have problem with Nigeria. If you look at most Nigerians individually, who are doing very well. When I mean very well as an individual person, but if you put it together as a group, that's where you start seeing the problem popping up everywhere. So I don't know what it is that why we can't work together as a group, but as an individual, you see that we're excelling. If you take the average Nigerian out of Nigeria, bring it to the Western world, give him 5-10 years, you will see what he has achieved. You'll be surprised. But when it comes to working as a group, for some reason, we'll just mess everything up. And that's what we're seeing happening in Nigeria. And I talked about the South Africa president with Trump's ambush yesterday. I laughed. I watched the entire 45 minutes video, and the guy handled Trump very well. He showed that he was the adult in that conversation. With all Trump was pushing propaganda, showing those videos, and he just responded in a very calm manner. This you can tell the difference. Can you imagine if that was Tinubu there? It would be the humiliation of our life. Nigerians would be crying. He would have destroyed Tinubu. Tinubu will weep. But look at how the guy, honestly, I was so proud of that South Africa president. The way he was relaxed, the way he handled Trump, and he moved the conversation around. Let's discuss X, wherever they discuss, right? And if you even look at what they were not saying, what they were demanding, we need technology, Starlink, and drones. Listen, Mr. Ramaphosa, who have Africans, black people have the brain, who can build drones. And this is a message to him as well. Invest in your people. Invest in production. Pull your black South Africa from poverty. There's still a lot of poverty. Is my time up already? Oh my God. So let me just round up in 30 seconds. Invest in your people, pull your people out of poverty, and we can speak properly. You can look anybody in the eye and speak to them, including Mr. Trump, and say, this is what I want. And you can speak to them in an equal term. Thank you, Mr. Najawash.
All right. Thank you very much, Oga Victory. Thank you, Madam Rita, for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you to Naja, Abdul Malik, Black Panther. God bless you, every one of you. And those of you that called in earlier on, Mr. Ken.
Najawash.
Madam Ola, thank you. And Madam Deborah, thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Black Panther, you're calling me.
Yeah, I just want 10 seconds. I just want to thank the last speaker, Mr. Victory. God will bless you. Your analysis was straight to the ball. You eat it. And I want to thank Madam Rita for really saying that line on Sowore. You did a fantastic job there. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that acknowledgement. I appreciate every one of you, my people. God bless you all. Those of you that supported the channel today, Peter Ife and Seven Gilmed, we are very, very grateful. God bless you. Everyone, write down the comment section. Mother for Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. I love you so much. Thank you, Abu Azi. I appreciate you. Thank you, Best Max, Tony Africa, Arinze Shukuma. Info, I can see you as well. Thank you, my people. Thank you very much, Madam Peggy Modi, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, Vitus Akwebele. Thank you, my people. Madam Stella Masaredo, Love Maduka, and Maxwell. I can see you right there with us as well. Thank you. God bless every one of you. We've come to the end of this broadcast. Sindam, I can see you right there. Thanks for joining us today. Tomorrow is another day. Please endeavor to join us by 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Maybe we'll continue to put our voice together. During the day, we do upload 1 or 2 pre-recorded video. Stay alert. I will be close. Hit the notification button so that you'll be informed, or rather notified whenever we post out a video. Always leave us a good comment or like our videos or share our videos. It's very, very important. All is part of the encouragement and taking our voices for a look at the wonderful submissions that my panelists put in today. If you don't like or you don't share, these voices will be limited. Please always do your part. Good night, my people, and bye for now.
What them on them? Abama, Ndaba.